Me will hurry up, cause my son and my nephew gonna murder something. Gang.
Say, man, I don't give a fuck about the feds, DEA, ATF, task
And
force,
y'all,
jump
do
out
game,
boys, and your
do
local
game working
neighborhood
nothing
robbers,
over here,
baby. I
man.
got
I
to keep
asked
on
Duke to come up
pushing.
here because I needed to get an understanding of him, man. So whatever he talking about, he free to talk about it over here, man. Let y'all get this stuff out here, cause I don't want to have to start blocking people from the
Hey, you follow Pooh Black. You follow Pooh Black. You follow Pooh Black.
No, it's shit show, man. The truth be told, allegedly, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him, man. Man, thinking cultivation mind, opening new roads to highway. Salute, salute, salute. How y'all doing tonight? Y'all know where y'all at and y'all know what it is. This is the grown man talking, the panel, man. It consists of myself, Triggamantellemtv, Pooh Black, King Guys, and Kimbo Greedy. Over here, you are entitled, and we do mean a title to your own opinion. We can agree to disagree, disagree to agree. Long as you voice your opinion respectfully, and I do mean respectfully, you are more than welcome to this chat. And when the panel open, you are more than welcome to this panel. If we can't agree or disagree and let bygones be bygones, we just gonna keep on pushing on to the next battle or debate. However y'all want to put it, man. Over here, this is positive vibes. This is grown man. This is grown women talking, man. Please do that, man. If you ain't done anything, man, make sure you had dusted your feet off before entering my house. Make sure that you had run the doorbell, man, and I had answered the door, man. What is that doorbell? The thumbs up, the like button for y'all who don't know, man. The like button is the thumbs up, man. Hit that like button on your way in, man. Don't come in here with no broken love. For real, for real. How the panel works is, man, King Guys, Pooh Black, Kimbo Greedy, and myself, we all go live, man. We all go live, man, on content, man. Salute to the early super chat, man. Let me shoot that out real quick, man. We go live, man. We go live for anywhere from 45 minutes to however long it takes us to get our opinion across. We gonna go long. And then we open up the panel, man. How the panel works, man. You hit the stream, your lead. Make sure you exit out of YouTube and make sure you show me your face before you get on this panel, man. It is what it is. We all we need, man. Gang, man. How y'all doing out there, man? Salute to the Myers, man. Salute to the member gang out there. Salute to Miss Anita right out top for coming in the door, man. Dusting her feet out and showing some love with the super chat. Salute to you for show, man. Tonight, man, we are gonna talk about something that's interesting, man. Something that has something to do with what the majority of us is, and they're Black African Americans, man. TV host of The View, Whoopi Goldberg, man, and NFL head coach, man, Brian Flores, has brought racism back to the door. It's always at our front door, man, but it has came back to our door, man. I titled this Surviving the Black Truth and Who's That Negro on That Nag, man. We usually say when we joking over here, but this one of those instances where we can say this is a real situation, man. Boko Flores has exposed the NFL on racism tactics. And Whoopi Goldberg gave a black opinion, which I'm pretty sure any one of us after would have given a black ability, man. A black opinion, man. Excuse me, y'all. I want to make myself clear, man. We have nothing against Jewish or any religion-based people over here. This is not about religion. This is not about Jews, man. We are topping in on our opinion on how we feel about this freedom of speech, man. See, my whole problem is, man, this is my whole problem with this situation with Whoopi Goldberg, man. everybody can speak about our race, meaning our history, have an opinion on slavery, have opinion on the black man. It's like we have black people can't have no opinion on racism or racist wars or whatever kind of war it may be, man. And it shows that we ain't came too far, man. We haven't came as far as we think we have came, man. This is facts, man. It's sad, man, but it's true, man. They show us every day in our face, man. So as soon as more of my panel start tapping in, man, we sure gonna go all the way in. We're gonna touch on this a little bit in deeper context than we are right now. I'm gonna give my panel time to get up here so we can go ahead and tap in on this, man. Whoopi Goldberg, man, she made a comment, man, as far as the Holocaust, man. Maybe I don't think they understood Whoopi, man, or understand how the black mind works. So, man, we here to help them tonight, man. To me, man, Whoopi's statement, man, Whoopi Goldberg's statement was a pure example of how we think and the way things are from the black mind. Let's just touch on some parts of what Whoopi Goldberg said. She said the Holocaust wasn't a racist war, man. Okay, man. When black people think about racism, we think about people hanging, you getting killed because of your skin color, man, because of you are black, man. Just because you are black, let's just put that out there. Just because you are black, man, you get crucified, you get judged, or you get hung, man. I think Whoopi Goldberg was more looking at the Holocaust as white on white crime, just a hate for another white culture, because it's not a time in black history where we see ourselves as racist. We player hate. That's what we call it, player hate. We hate on each other. But I can't see a time to where black people fighting against black people like it is. There's plenty of black on black crime out here in America right now, and that they not claiming that as racism. They just claiming that it's violence. They're just claiming that it's violence, man. Make sure y'all are hitting that like button coming in, y'all. They claiming that it's just violence, man. They don't claim no race in it or anything, man. To me, the Holocaust, I can't speak for Jewish, but to me, my opinion, it was a religious war, man. I didn't look at it as a racism war, even though Jewish history says it was about race. But when you black and you black skin, man, just like y'all say, all of us look alike or look the same, man. It's pretty much the same theory when it comes to white folks. They just all the same. They white. It ain't no culture. When you fill out a job application, it doesn't ask you whether you are Jewish, Baptist, Christian, or whether it asks you if you Caucasian, Hispanic, or African American, or other. Make it make sense, y'all. You have a head NFL coach, Nick Flores, man. It's a Rooney rule in the NFL. To how many black coaches should be hired. Flores has exposed what we always knew. The white owners going through just the process and not actually even considering the hire, man. Coach Belichick dropped the bomb and texted Ron Bryan, congratulating him on the job that he was going to do an interview for. So y'all make this make sense, man. Salute to everybody coming in. If you coming in, make sure you are hitting that like button. If you're not doing anything, hit that like button for shit show. Hit that like button, man. Don't be a hater your whole life. And it's sad, but it's just true. This real. Whoopi Goldberg has got suspended for 2 weeks for a black opinion. Brian Flores is another example of the white man theory that A Negro can't control anything. A nigga don't have the smarts or the intellect to run a team or any kind of organization. Make it make sense to me. I'm just saying, man, this is a real deep conversation. Why can't black folks? This is what I don't understand. Why can't, whatever you want to call us, African Americans, Negroes, black people, whatever you may want to call us, why can't we voice our opinion on other races as far as the treatment and what their history? Why are we the only history that everybody can speak on, but when anybody black speak on it, he's dangerous, he's revolutionary or anything, man? This was just an honest opinion of Whoopi Goldberg, man. I'm riding with Whoopi Goldberg on it because you want to be true. That's how black folks look at it. We're not looking at it like, even though it was harsh and it was bad for these Jewish people, man. Of course, man, we're not looking at it as deep as their history, just like people ain't looking at it as deep as our history, because it really wasn't any history for us. You were just a Negro, a black skin walking down the street. They'll run you over, they'll rape your daughters, they'll hang your mamas, your daddies, your little brothers, your little sisters. It's in books, it's in history. When they looked at us as black. So Whoopi Goldberg is looking at this as two white people with a lot of testosterone and power going on that's killing each other, man. She's not looking at it as a race war. She's not looking at it as deep. I don't know if she was looking at it as a religious war, because I looked at the Holocaust as more, that's what we taught in history, at least. There was a religious war. We're not taught in history in schools that it was a race war. Not when I was in school. It was a religion, the biggest religious war there was ever. I'm just trying to make this make a little sense to y'all, man. I'm just trying to paint the picture, a vision there, man. And tonight we might even listen to how Whoopi stated, and I'm just interested in hearing everybody's opinion, everybody's thought on this topic, man, and how y'all feel about that, man. Matter of fact, man, I'm gonna go on and open the panel. My panel late, so I'm gonna go on and open the panel, man. I'm gonna go on and open the panel. This one on topics I just want to talk about and go ahead and get out of it. So you got an opinion on what's going on with this situation. Show your face backstage before you come up stage, man. Don't be a hater your whole life. If you ain't hit the like button, don't even come on my stage tonight. I don't want to hear you talk about Whoopi or Brian Flores. Just straight up. I'm just saying, let's read some of these comments. Let's see what's going on. If they raped our mama and claimed the kids, we cool, Whoopi. I didn't acknowledge that black being breathing fresh air since the beginning of time. I see you back there, bro. Time told her race stop complaining and take the jab. I didn't understand that, bro. You might have to come up here and break that down a little bit. Whoopi said, stop complaining and take the lamb animals died. She didn't give a fuck about her own race. I don't know. Go ahead, North Memphis.
What's up, Trigger?
What's up with you?
And the whole Whoopi Goldberg thing, when she talking about the whole Holocaust thing, they just trying to censor her because of the narrative. Anytime in history when you talk about the Holocaust or the Jews, as they say, is God's people and all of that, you know.
I thought we all was God's people.
We are all God's people, but in the eyes of how history works and what they put in the history books and in the curriculum, as far as the Bible or whatever it is that they want to classify it as, they say that those are the Jewish people are God's people. I don't believe that, and I don't think that it's true, but it's the Jewish people control a whole lot in the world. When you look at the Rothschild, the Rothschilds and all of them, they control, they part of the 1%, and they do things behind closed doors and all of that. So when you bring it up, it's just like you playing with fire. And what she did and how she said it was in a polite way. It was in an educational way. It wasn't nothing
It's a black.
racist about it.
It was a black opinion.
Right. And we've been suppressed for how many years? And
400.
they just right. And they talking about the Holocaust and all of this and all of this just in the last 120 years. I mean, what about us? That's my thing. They don't put that in the history books.
I don't think, me personally, I don't think Whoopi said anything to deserve to give apology on it. That's just my opinion, man, because I don't think she said anything downgrading towards the Jewish, man. Like, it's like Jewish is always a sensitive topic, but whenever we talk about black on black or police brutality on black or anything, people don't look at it as sensitive. They're not suspending people. They're not meeting force like they did. You see how quick they handled this situation with Whoopi, man. It's just it's surviving the black truth, man. It was when we always say who that nigga on that nag, who that Negro on that nag. That's what they said when she said that. Who that Negro on that nag? Or they're talking like that. She take her off that nag. That's what they said, man. And hey y'all, man, y'all know this one day night where we get all these weird type of people in here when we talk about stuff, man. So y'all be lenient, man. Don't be so quick on it, man. Let them have their opinion. Long as they respectful, let them have their opinion, man. And like KK said, how in the hell can black people be racist, man? It wasn't a racist thing. She didn't say nothing downgraded. She just felt like hell, like they like my analogy I used, sir. When black people killing each other every day, man, and they don't call that a racist war. They call that violence. They don't even call it black on black crime. They call it violence. They call it crime, man. So us being black, looking at that situation, and you just looking at it, it look like two Caucasian people going, we're not looking at it as deep as, even though we taught in school it was about religion, but if we weren't taught in school that it was about religion, that's how we looking at it. Whites hating on other whites, man, showing they superior, man, trying to overpower, man, just like it is in America and American history. It was just white on white crime right here, man. White, y'all want to say white on Jew crime right here, man.
But it technically was white on white crime because there technically was no black people throughout history from what I saw. Because like I'm like a war historian because of the whole war thing and all of this. So, so black people had no vested interest in it. It wasn't geared toward us until it was time to fight, and we had to fight for them. But it was just a narcissistic, crazy person that wanted to control that particular nation, and that's throughout history when you look at it. You get what I'm saying? So that's just all it was. But they want to make it as like this is holy religious thing because religion is a means of control. If you control religion, you control the nation or that particular entity or whatever at that particular time. So dealing with the Holocaust and Hitler and all of that, it's in the history books. Like it's literally all we had to do is look at it. They don't teach it in the curriculum in schools because they don't go in depth because the history in schools is not real history. Everything they teach us in school is only like probably about 10% of the actual real history. So what Whoopi said, I agree with her. She didn't say anything racist or out of line. She stated her opinion, how she felt, and how we all feel. We've been enslaved, we've been impoverished for all these years. And once you get up there and you working for the white people and these corporate networks and things,
I disagree with somebody real quick. I don't mean to interrupt you. Black Michelle Mitchell, media Michelle Mitchell, man, she very spoken on this, like she got something to say. So I want to respond to one of her time. She said we didn't have to fight for them. They asked us to because they knew they couldn't win without a. If we didn't fight with them, would we be out of slavery? What you mean we didn't have to fight with them? Yeah, we did have to fight for them because our freedom was on the line too.
Hey,
Go ahead.
you exactly right about that. We had to fight because we still had the whole Jim Crow situation going on and all of that. You know, it's a whole bunch of stuff in the history books that people just don't understand it for this when it comes to black people dealing with wars and stuff. That's my specialty. Like King Oz got a whole variety of things he can talk on because he researched, but I stick specifically to wars because that's where I come from. So I can only speak on it. So once he get up here, he can probably go more in depth with it. But we had to. I mean, from the Civil War to World War I, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam, and all of that. We were there fighting, and we got treated like we wasn't nothing. But we went and fought for the Germans and all of this because of the American vested interest in it. That's the only reason why we got involved in that war was because of the French and the Europeans. That was not our war. We didn't care about that. We was content with everything until the French asked us for help to come and help them. So it's just like, but like I said, I don't see nothing wrong with what Whoopi said. That's my thing. Sharon Osbourne has said plenty of racist stuff. Even when they had their reality TV show between her and her husband and all of that, they done said plenty of racist stuff. But they treat them, and guess what? They European. You get what I'm saying? They get treated different than somebody black. So that's just my opinion on it.
Miss salute to you for Miss Parker.
Salute. What's
Salute
good?
to you. What's
Salute,
good with
Miss
yourself?
Parker.
Hey, how you doing, man?
You doing all right?
Man, I'm over here struggling. I'm tired. I've been working all day and my knee's still recovering from surgery.
No, okay, yeah, that's why I asked you that.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on this title this topic we talking about?
I don't think that I think we're making it more than what it really is. The reason I say that is because this is a gear shift towards money. This woman said this several days ago. There wasn't an issue. For one, she's on a liberal station and she's a liberal herself. There was not an issue. But what happened was there was a lot of backlash from higher ups. And I think that those executives where she worked at had came down on her like, look, what you said was derogative towards this certain demographic of people, and we need you to take a couple weeks off. Here's my thing. These people run everything. They run publications, they run journalism, they run all of your broadcasting. The networks can't function without them because they're the ones that run the broadcasting. So it's all about coddling these particular people and appeasing them and staying in harmony with them so they don't have an issue. So it was about money, the viewership. This happening, all of a sudden people are complaining. So now what happens with the viewership? Are we going to get as many people? Because they're going to be watching the viewership these 2 weeks while she's gone. And if they see the views went up, she might not have a job. If they see it went down,
if I were Whoopi, I wouldn't come back to the job anyway. She don't need the money.
But see, here's the thing. If I'm correct, Whoopi has a lot of stake at the View. When Barbara Walters left, because that was Barbara Walters' show, she had a fair share of an investment in that show. That's why she's the one that moderates a lot of the times when things go on the show and tells when the breaks are coming in, basically is a mediator between everything. I think she has a high stake in it. So that's one of the reasons why they didn't want to let her go so soon. But like I said, it's the backlash. A lot of these different publications probably say, okay, we're going to pull our ads if you don't do this. We need you to do this. Hell, she walk around here with a Jewish name. Goldberg is a Jewish name. That's not her real name. So that's what I'm saying. I think that we know what she was trying to say. I don't think the people really care that where she works. It's about coddling the people that garner the most money, the ones that run all these entities in which make her network function, all the commercials and all of that stuff. It's about coddling these people. That's basically what it is. It's not saying that our history of what we know is wrong and incorrect. 9 out of 10, it's not incorrect. What they're looking at is the money, just like they did Nick Cannon. They humbled him.
Hey, I was trying to bring it up. I was waiting for you to pause. I said it's like an example of Nick Cannon, man.
Yes,
He had to go
Nick
sit in
Cannon.
front of the Jewish board and do this and that. You know, allegedly, I wonder is all these baby mothers of his, are they any Jewish women, man? I'm
That's a
just
good
wondering.
question. That's a good question because he got every Oreo in the cookie jar as far as baby mamas is concerned, every nationality. But this is a public figure. He's been around since he was a little boy. Wild 'N Out is a highly syndicated show throughout the world. It's very multicultural, so he's a household name. So you getting on your platform, though this is your platform on this broadcast, it still isn't your broadcast. You're putting a show. What was his show called? Head of the Class, something about class. But your show is on these people's platform. It's being pushed out by the masses through their network. So yeah, they got a problem with that. Whether or not they feel like his opinion is wrong or right, they got a little nigga person. That's basically what it is. We finna little dude you. We finna son you. Although I can't see anything that Cannon said being wrong. But then they gonna hit
But
his pocket.
Miss Parker,
Huh.
let me ask you this question. Why is it that everybody can speak on our history and our racism history, but anytime we speak about anything Jewish or anything the Jewish, we're condemned for it, like we haven't went through anything. If they call what they went other than a religion war, if they call it racism too, why not? Why are we allowed as two cultures that have been through racism to speak on another culture, even though I know most of the Jewish pull the strings behind closed doors allegedly.
You just
But
answered your own question. We're the poor race. You just answered your own question. That's exactly what I was going to say. They pull the strings because they got the money to. So when they can pull the strings with the money, they can control the narrative. And that's basically what it is. They know that a lot of what we say is not false, and we know a lot of what they say is not of truth. But when you have the money, it's just like political powers. They can control the narrative.
do you take what Whoopi said as a racist comment or black opinion?
It's an opinion. But it's crazy now how we're censored now. We can't even give our own opinion on a public platform. And even if she would have said, per my opinion, they still would have had an issue with it. So now you got an issue with the way the woman is thinking. She can't think for herself, but that's the thing. They want to.
Now, that's what hold on, time out. I was exactly waiting for somebody to hit that, man. They can't stand the thinking Negro.
No, they want to control everything. It's not just with us. This is how this society is becoming. Look how these social media platforms are. They're bandwidthing you and they're censoring what it is that you can say. If I'm talking shit to you on IG and be like, bitch, what is you talking about? All of a sudden I'm blocked. But it wasn't an intentional calling you a bitch. It's just the way our lingo is. And that's another thing. It's like you want me to talk the way you talk. That's not how I talk. We don't talk the same as mayonnaise people. We don't talk the same as Asian people. So when we, shucking and gagging and talking shit, it's not daggers. It's just how we talk. We just talk aggressive. But now all of a sudden we being censored by the way we talk, because you can't tell me that a lot of the reasons why a lot of these social platforms are now being censored is because of us, because they don't understand how we talk to one another. What's good, Greedy?
Salute, Miss Parker.
Salute, Kimbo.
Salute, Memphis. Salute, Trigger. Salute, panel. Chad. It's gonna be an interesting night.
Yeah, for shit, sure, it's gonna be interesting. Go ahead, Miss Parker. You can finish.
No, I mean that's all I had to say on that. It's just we being censored, but it's crazy though, because politically, we don't have the money, but we generate more money in this country than anybody else in this world because of our influence. You got pop. What is this? This K-pop shit that manifested from us. Now they're over here just making all kind of money off of what we have done and what we have enriched this country with. And it's crazy. Our politics is so poor, but we generate more wealth in this country than probably any race walking.
Y'all hit that like button if y'all ain't hit no like button. Go ahead. Who finna grab the mic?
I was just gonna say, Ms. Parker, right? The black people, we spend more money than any other nationality or race in the world. Uh, but we are the most deprived race as well. In my opinion, we the most deprived, but we spend more. We spend more because of the culture right now. Our grandparents and great aunties and all that weren't doing it back then. They had generational wealth at that time. They had things to pass down. You had to be uh you gotta have some smarts and a little bit of education and common sense about what you do right now in this time to have generational wealth to pass down to your kids. It was way easier back in the day for our grandparents, in my opinion. But now the culture has changed. The everything that you see now is geared toward a different form of slavery, in my opinion. Social media, the curriculum in schools, everything that you do, everything that you see is geared toward another form of slavery, and we feed into it because of the lack of knowledge. And
But let me ask you this, Memphis. But aren't we all guilty because in school, man, I was taught the Holocaust was a religious war. They didn't say nothing about a racist war, man. So we were just taught a religious war. So with that, what I'm using that for is Whoopi saying that, man, hell, half of the world wrong. Like half of the world got to go through a Jewish etiquette class. Like when people say something about black slavery and they say the wrong thing, are we allowed to send them through a slavery class now? Like what's really happening? Like shit, hell, everybody can say what they thoughts on slavery and what happened with slavery and give their opinion. But when we state our opinion on any other culture or any race, man, they quit to condemn a Negro or racist.
but you look at the curriculum, we didn't pay attention to it in school, right? They only gave us like about 5% of the real history. But if you look at it in there, it wasn't necessarily all about race. When I looked at it when I was studying it, even though I was going to sleep in class, I paid attention like, nah, this dude ain't doing this just because of religion. He a narcissist. Like, it's something wrong with him. This ain't got nothing to do with religion. You get what I'm saying? But at that time, I was an athlete and all that stuff. I wasn't paying no attention to it. I didn't understand it. I didn't know the importance of actual history. You know what I'm saying? Just like when we had to study Miles Standish and all of them with Pocahontas and all that. I'm like, man, hold on, how do these white folks go over here messing with the Indians and all this? And it's like I'm looking at it like, but that's just the curriculum. It was geared toward keeping us in the dark on our actual factual history. And as I got older, and luckily I went into a different world to where I always question why. I'm gonna always question why. Whether I'm wrong or right, I'm gonna ask why. Why did this happen? What was the purpose of this? What happened to this? Why we not in the same position as my grandma and them? Why is it that, my grandma and them had houses to pass down and we stand in the projects in the park? You get what I'm saying? That's just me.
Kimbo, what's your opinion on this?
I gotta wait till y'all get y'all pen and paper ready. Fucking with the kid, right? Okay. I'm gonna back Oprah. I mean Whoopi up right. I call Oprah. I'm gonna back Whoopi up right quick, man. Because believe it or not, but some of us understood what she was trying to say. The way she said it wrong. What Whoopi should have said was the Holocaust was white on white crime. That's what she was trying to say. It was about race, but it was one race killing people from the same race that they didn't like. Because last time I checked, all of them was white. And what she said about, the way she said it wasn't about race, and this is why, bro. I got my thing on, you can't see it.
Then they disappeared like a motherfucker.
And they got no magic. And I got to turn it off so y'all can see it, but it's a star, bro, that they used to wear, that they marked them with. Mm-hmm. Hold on, let me turn this shit off so y'all can see what I'm talking about, bro. My virtual background. Let me show y'all this shit, right? I want y'all to see this. See, if those people, bro, they wouldn't have had to get marked. We see see that star right there?
Morgan David star.
Right. If you was Jewish, you had to wear that star. And I'm explaining to you why you had to wear that star, bro. Like if you outside walking around, them, they kids, everybody, bro. You have to wear that star, right? So what do that tell you, Trigger? You had to wear that star because it was hard to tell y'all apart, right?
Yes.
So it ain't really about, it ain't as deep. The race shit ain't as deep with y'all. In some ways it is about race, but it's y'all killing y'all own kind. That's what she's trying to say. It was
if they didn't have the star on, or you didn't know they were Jew, you have to look for certain markets or hear they lingo or this and that to even know. You couldn't tell that they were Jews because they were both white. It ain't like me and you walking down the streets in the 40s and a truck full of white boys pulled up and chase us down, chunking rocks at us just because we black.
Right. Watch this. This something they don't tell you too, Trigger. They gonna hate me, man. Hey, they gonna hate me, Trigger. Whoopi better glad I wasn't on TV with her, man. Because Whoopi, you failed to mention the Africans who was killed in the German Holocaust too. What they say down there?
Brutal something. What did it say?
The brutal genocide. All this is Germany. That same Holocaust that they was in, they don't tell you, bro, it was Africans and black people in that same Holocaust. So since they so intelligent, they say Whoopi need to be taught, or Whoopi need a lesson on history. I think some of them need a lesson on history too, Trigger.
Thanks.
Because they would try to write us out of everything. If we're going to be so politically correct, let's talk about us then. And that's what kills me, bro. And I got all respect for the Jewish people. I understand they get what they deserve, all of the good stuff and the respect because of what happened to them. But, bro, it irks the hell out of me how when it's them, everybody jump up. When it's us, hey, man, they turn the other cheek. They look the other way. America still ain't answered up to us. But y'all paid them. Y'all answered up to them. Like, that's why I'm tripping off for. So you going to tell me that this what y'all call a minority, Whoopi, don't have the right to. Now, the problem was, Trigger, she do have the right to say what she said. She just wasn't supposed to say it because, bitch, you one of us now. She wasn't supposed to say that. That's, bro, out of all them people, they just need to leave them people name out their mouth because we seen they in control of all of this. It's not those regular people that we talking about, the people on the show and nothing. We know who control the networks. We know who control media. And they don't want nothing negative about them to be put out in media, but I guarantee you they'll let them story negative stuff get us put out. I mean, negative stereotypes about us get chucked out there all the time. I know what Whoopi was trying to say. It's just the word she chose was wrong. She shouldn't have said race. She should have just said, "Hey, man, the Holocaust was white on white crime."
Yes.
So Kimbo,
insane white boys in Germany had some messed up ideas. And they took it out on somebody else. Because those same Germans, those same people, Trigger, came into Africa while they was doing what they was doing. Oh, they left that part out of history, huh?
So Kimbo, let me ask you.
Go ahead.
Is it safe to say that they basically yanked her off because they need to coddle these people? It ain't really about them even being concerned with the history. They just don't want their money fucked up and they own the entities of everything.
Facts. That's what it was. Kind of like the alphabet community. You can't say too much about them. It's like they hold it in now. And by her saying that, yeah, she was incorrect because it was about race. Everything is about race. But it was a twisted idea. Like she said, it was some sick people doing some sick stuff against some people. They hate to face them facts and talk about that because if you let this black woman get away with this, sooner or later, she's going to be able to speak up for her people. And they was like, hell no, let's stop that.
Yeah.
Even her own people on the show saying she shouldn't have got no suspension or nothing. You know what I'm saying? I see a lot of
Man,
white people.
I was sitting laying in the bed, goddamn my head. I'm listening to. I said, damn, they suspended Whoopi because when I wake up, that would be on the TV, goddamn I read. So I sit and watch it for a little bit and shit. I'm like, damn, man, they suspended her for that, man. That's just an opinion. Like, I don't see nothing wrong. Maybe I'm looking at it from an African American, but I don't see anything wrong with what she stated, man, because that's how Negroes or niggas, how you want to look at it. That's how we're going to look at it, man. We're going to look at it like them white folks fighting white folks, man. It just like white folks down here fought other white folks over land. They killed over land down here. Hell, we look at that as the same way, man. We don't black folks we probably the first culture to actually question God, man, and question religion anyway. So we not looking at it as religion. Religion was that serious to make y'all to kill each other like that. When black on black people, like I told them earlier, when black on black crime is happening, they just call it violence. So it's a race war between blacks. Is this and that? They just niggas killing niggas, doing us a favor, man. They say all kind of sayings for African Americans, man. But the fact at hand is, man, shit, we should have opinion, man, because I feel like we don't went through the most treacherous times of slavery and race wars, man. We didn't get a chance to be all cuddle on the camp anywhere, man, or anything like that. We was on the camp. It was because we was at an auction camp. You was even hung from a tree, dragged from a buggy, or burnt. They didn't mark us, goddamn. When you didn't work or do what they say, they just got rid of you right then. They didn't beat you and just leave you in the camp and give you a chance for your for your life to thrive, leave you with your family. Some of them did get separated from family, man. Some of them did, man. But most of them people had a chance to reconnect and this and that. It's people in slavery had that their ancestors was separated a long time ago, man. Hell, it's probably somewhere, it's probably plenty cousins around here married to each other. I'm just saying.
I agree.
I'm just saying, man. That's just my opinion of this whole thing, man. We're gonna tap back in and let's go to the next one real quick. NFL head coach Brian Flores, man, exposing the NFL for racism, man. Bill Belichick dropped the ball, man. Text the wrong Brian and was congratulating him for a job that Mr. Flores was going to do an interview for already, man. We understand the process of elimination, man. The Rooney Rule in the NFL. You gotta interview 2 black coaches, I think it is, each team, man. We understand that, man. We understand that there's no black owners in the NFL. We also understand and it shows us time or time, man, what they really think about the black man and for us his mind of thinking and being a creative genius, man. This goes back to hold on, let me bring my boy up here. Salute, King guy.
Peace, Trigger. What's up, God? Salute to the chat. Man. What's happening?
What's happening? It brings us back to they don't think that the black man can be a leader. He can't lead nothing. He can't be the boss or anything. He doesn't have the thinking capability to decide or to be able to control that kind of power of a head coach or a black quarterback, man. It just shows you where we at with history, man. I'm gonna ask King guys, man. Since he just get here, I'm gonna let him tap on the Whoopi. I'm gonna let him go straight into the Brian Flores.
What was some of the perspectives that we got on the topic already? The last thing I heard was Kimbo Greedy. He spoke on some of the black folks, some of the black folks that went through it during the Holocaust. That's the last thing I caught.
We just speaking on what Whoopi said for us, her comment about the Holocaust, man, and I called it a black opinion. And Kimbo was showing how how a lot of what she said, she said the right thing, but she worded it wrong. She should have said it was just white on white crime instead of putting race in there, man. Because he brought evidence up here showing where Jews had to wear the Star of David to be identified as Jews and stuff, man. It wasn't like the black and white thing. You different colors, so I kill you because you are darker skin. Hell, if you hid in the crowd good and knew how to maneuver here, they didn't know if you was a Jew or a Nazi. It was some people back there good like that. And Kimball also showed Africans that were killed in the Holocaust.
I can dig that. That's kind of what I wanted to piggyback off of, since that was pretty much the last thing I heard about it.
Go ahead, tap in on the Whoopi. We'll go to the next one when you finish.
I'm glad he brought up the African American experience, or the African experience, the Black melanated man experience during the Holocaust, because there's a lot of I did a presentation. It's about 45 minutes long on my channel, but on the same topic, and I'm glad he brought up the melanated man's experience, because a lot of people, not everybody, but a lot of people don't know that Hitler used a lot of African sciences behind his movement. A lot of people might not know, but the swastika is the Ethiopian symbol. I have a swastika. I wear my swastika. That emblem that the Nazis used is an Ethiopian symbol. So there goes the African or the black man's influence within the Holocaust itself. There's different I forget the word, we'll call him scientists. His name is John Welch. He lived in Germany, and he speaks about the black people that were under Hitler. And there was a professor who taught the Germans how to speak the African language at the University of Berlin. His name was Foley. His name was Foley. He was an African who taught at the University of Berlin. He taught Hitler's soldiers how to speak the African languages. And the reason that is important is because what's the first thing you have to conquer? The language. How do you speak to the people you need to conquer? Their language. So he used the melanated man as well. CC, the swastika existed at least 7,000 years before Hitler ever existed. And you can see some of that in France and in Spain. But he had 30 Negroes, quote unquote, 30 Negroes in training just to learn their language to conquer Africa. This is how he gained power amongst Negroes. But at the same time, you might have your faction of melanated men and women who went through terrible things in the Holocaust. I'm not slighting that at all. But there were also melanated men and women who were treated well. Like I said, professors, teachers, all these type of things. But as far as what Whoopi said, I just wanted to piggyback off what Kimbo said as far as the melanated man's experience. The swastika, that big symbol that we think is terrible, is really our symbol. That's our symbol. I rock mine. But did we go over what race really means?
Go ahead. You the teacher.
No. I'm asking because
we didn't go over what race. We just giving our opinion on what Whoopi said and what we think about just the black opinion not being banned. It's like the black opinion is a no these days, man.
Okay. Oh yeah. If you speak on the Jews, you might get a little bit of heat. But I noticed that you speak on gay folks, they come after you. They try to shut you down. You speak on Jews, it's the same thing. It's a movement. It's a faction. You dig what I'm saying? But knowing that Whoopi is also a comedian, I take that into consideration as well. I don't know how she put it. I didn't get to see the video, but I could only imagine it came from a comedic standpoint as well. It might have had some comedic energy behind it, or was it she mad or something?
Man, I'm a find and play 9, and everybody is entitled to their own opinion. It's just some people be chatting so much crazy shit, goddamn. Sometimes they should be sending super chats with their goddamn messages, the shit that they be saying. Goddamn, I don't be knowing 1 minute they this way and a minute that way. Everybody is entitled. I just put them in time after they wasn't blocked.
Yeah, Pilo. Look into a gentleman named Adam Gorowski. This is a historian. He says the Jews of this country, speaking of Germany, strongly resemble the mulattoes of America in 1857. Germans are not the pure white that many assert. German writers like Friedrich Hertz, Bruno Springer, all agree to this. But anyway, when we get to race, I just wanted to know, did anybody speak on what are we talking about when we say it had something to do with race? So if you look into race is a modern day word. That's a modern day word, roughly around the 1560s. And it meant people that descended from a common ancestor, class of person allied by common ancestry. Middle French is raza, race, breed, lineage, family. So race is a term used for people. Race as a term for people was first used in the English language in the 16th century. Before the 18th century, race only implied a kind, a type, or a sort. So what is race? Race just has something to do with the family you're from. You see what I'm saying? Before, like Shakespeare, he referred to a race of saints, a race of bishops. By the 18th century, that's modern time, race was widely used for sorting and ranking the people. Europe, who saw themselves as free, Amerindians who had been conquered, Africans who were brought in as slaves. So there's a difference between race and culture. Race doesn't exist. Race is a modern term. Go ahead, Trigger.
I'm finna play the clip that Whoopi for you.
Related to race.
It's not about race. It's not about race. What is it about? Because it's about man's inhumanity to man. That's what it's about. Whoopi
Goldberg appearing to double down on.
So hold on, let me find the full clip of what she said. Go ahead, y'all keep talking. I gotta find the full clip.
No, I see some of the chat getting into Israelites and all that. You be what you want, fam. But that's why it's important to know what you talk about when you say it's racist. What are you saying? What is racism? Is there a difference between racism, systemic racism, or are they all the same thing? We throw around a lot of words because people have a collective understanding of different words, but we got to get into what they actually mean when they became prominent, dominant. You know what I'm saying? But me personally, just based on what Whoopi had to say, it could be seen as racist.
No, it's not about race, but it's about white supremacy. It's not about race. But these are two white groups of people. How do we have to black people see them as white? But you're missing the point. You're missing the point. The minute you turn it into race, it goes down this alley. Let's talk about it for what it is. It's how people treat each other.
And that was her statements on it, man. This was
race is how people treat each other.
She was trying to make it sound human instead of making it sound the way that they was taught.
Well, of course, you can't talk about these so-called Jews like that, especially on a public platform. You know what I'm saying? What up, Kimbo?
And what's that 40s, 45?
Appreciate the super chats out there. I see y'all out there with the super chats, man. For shit show, appreciate the super chats.
When all this was going on, so we gotta keep in mind. If we knew black people had already been in Germany before Hitler came to reign, I'm pretty sure
before
we know this. So of course you had
in Germany, Negroes were getting treated very well. History will tell you about these little people who got treated bad, but through history, we were treated very well.
Yeah, they were his chosen niggas. But see, this where the problem came in that. If it's 1940, they were at war. They were at war with France, right? So all of those African countries, homie, they got French-speaking countries that who France colonized. They were getting those French soldiers from Africa, bro, and they was sending them
fucking them German women.
But they was sending them to go fight.
That's what they was doing.
Right, they was doing that too, but they was sending them to go fight in the World War.
Absolutely.
They was go fight on the side of France, right? But every time they got captured, it's like it's proven history. Majority of the time they got captured, they had so much propaganda in Germany about they were savages, they eat people, all this shit. But it got like stories and films showing like how they used to kill all the black soldiers, line all us up when they get us, and just straight up kill the soldiers who were French. If you were French, you know what I'm saying? So they really didn't look at it all the way. If you were African and you was one of their boys, you was kind of okay. But if you were African and you was from the other side, you had to go. They was beefing like that. That's what I'm saying. Race is a funny thing.
I don't see
when that race that you claim you hate is who you employ or who is on your side. That's what I'm saying. They only play that card when it's beneficial, bro. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll tell you that shit, and half of them will be sleeping with a black woman on TV, giving the whole KKK speech.
The education we was taught about the Holocaust and everything, that landmass, there was so much shit that was left out. Much shit that was left out. You know, we can go into the African influence in Germany. Like I have videos on these, just my show and prove, but just to get back to what you said, I'm glad you tapped back in because when I got on, I built off the last thing I heard, which was the African influence within Germany that you spoke on.
Right.
And I was just telling the family about the swastika is our symbol. It's an Ethiopian symbol. That's our symbol. I told them about Foley. I'm not sure if you're familiar with who Foley is, but Foley was an African professor at the he was an African professor for the University of Berlin who was teaching Hitler's soldiers how to speak African languages to dominate and conquer them. So even though we were amalgamating with the women up to 1945, we were still getting mistreated at the same time, but they also used one of our own against us. And this is the type of shit that goes exactly. So
if you go to what's my boy from Berlin, when he went into the Congo, what's his name? The white big damn, I can't think his name. Not Napoleon, but the other one. He went and conquered the Congo or whatever. Damn, Leopold.
Oh, he killed a bunch of motherfuckers.
Like, bro, it's the same tactics. But the funny part about it with that story, and I like to bring that story up, and I know what you're gonna say, King, guys. Yes, I bang on them guys. When they was out there killing all the Africans, the guys who was holding their guns for them and passing them the bullets and all of that, they was all them guys with them little funny red hats on.
Oh yeah, no, you can't deny history. It is what it is.
Like we always sell each other out. Like they can kind of count on that because they can play us some kind of way. You know what I'm saying? They do it now. They the same divide and conquer shit. They'll put a Barack Obama or somebody up there to make us think everything all right. You know how many people fell back and were like, "Oh man, we made it."
But man, I'm glad Kimbo's on here because I wanted to chop game with him on this topic because this is one of those topics. But just to bounce off what you're saying, no opposition to anything you said. Just want to keep it going. How important is it to understand the difference between racism and prejudice?
You have to, because a lot of people think, a lot of black people think that they're racist. They don't even know they don't possess the power to be racist. Because being racist means you have the power to put your foot on another race, another class. You can belittle them or you can stop them, disadvantage them from doing what they want to do. You know what I'm saying? The same way that we being done. We can't do that. What race can we disenfranchise right now?
Samal, salute, sister. I see you in here. That's my sister, y'all. Salute to Samal.
And the reason I wanted to transition into that conversation, is simple. When you understand the difference between race and prejudice, you understand to a degree at least what the point of Hitler's attack was. It wasn't race, just simply racism. No, it was genetics. It had everything to do. Listen to me, family. If you disagree, I love it. It had everything to do with genetics. They were talking about a pure bloodline. The only way to deal with that is genetics. So it wasn't just racism. Exactly. It wasn't just
any color hair. If you had black hair,
hold on, Kimbo. It wasn't just racism or prejudice based on phenotypes. That was just one half of it. The ultimate goal of his strategy or attack is genetics. If you had one drop of, and you can look into the history of the Holocaust and see I'm not bullshitting. If you had one drop of black blood or anything close to black blood, they would call it mixed mulatto, whatever you want to call it. Just one drop. It was a wrap for you. They was not fucking with you. And guess what? America is the one who invested in the Holocaust. Don't get it twisted. We had publicized journals that supported eugenics. All of this. So when it comes to Hitler and what Whoopi said, I wouldn't say she's wrong, but also I would just add on to that. It had everything to do with genetic survival.
Hold on, give me 1 to 2 seconds.
Yes, sir.
And eugenics, what he was just saying about eugenics, for the ladies in the class who might not understand what he's saying, that leads into Planned Parenthood, abortion clinics, all the stuff that we have in the black neighborhoods that they don't have in the white neighborhoods. A lot of y'all probably didn't know that. They don't even have those places in prestige neighborhoods. They only have those clinics in our neighborhood. Go ahead, King.
Absolutely. The B lady. I do this. I got this, Queen. Absolutely. And just a bit, I do this. But just to build on top of that, two of the people I could tell you for sure who invested into the eugenic program, or the eugenic theory, I'll say, was what's the owner of General Motors, Henry Ford. Ford. He was one of the biggest advocates for the eugenic system. You see what I'm saying? So when Whoopi she spoke her mind. I wouldn't say she lied. I wouldn't say she was out of pocket neither. I would have just wish she would have expanded so that her message was clear. But I think she said exactly what she meant to say, really. She could have made it more clear. Because now motherfuckers is talking dumb shit about that. This is racism. You don't know what racism is. You have no clue what the fuck you talking. This is prejudice on a high degree. You can call it systemic racism if you like. You can do that. Go ahead. But understand, it wasn't just about race. It was about genetic survival. Pure race. How do you do that? That deals with genetics.
Big facts.
Go ahead, guys. My bad.
John, what's up with you, John? What's up with you? Go ahead, bro.
Shalom, Trig. Shalom,
peace,
King, Kimbo. Shalom to the rest of the people that's on the panel, man. Shalom. Hey,
one time.
Hey, King guys, man, you totally correct, and you own it 100%.
Absolutely,
man.
God.
I agree with you 100%. You know that. That's what pulled me up here. You know what I'm saying?
Dig that.
I wanted to say what caught my attention is the genetics part. Like, and somebody said it. Somebody said it in the chat earlier. With what they was looking for, you had to have blonde hair, blue eyes. You know what I'm saying?
That was Kimbo. Yeah.
You had to look a certain way. And it was to save a genetic. And you was totally on it when you said you couldn't have not one drop of black blood in you. And I can really look at it now as it's so easy to see it in Texas, because just like this morning when I was at work, the schoolgirls was coming to judge cattle, and I used to judge cattle in school, horses and things of that nature. But the white girls was coming in to judge cattle, and they was coming to get coffee and stuff. So I was just chopping it up with them, and you get to see all these little snow bunnies and the different varieties of them, and it's like this girl came in with a big ass buckle, and it caught my attention, and I know what I'm talking about when I get talking. So, and I just want to get a smile out of people. So I started chopping it up with her, and I'm like, yeah, you the real version of a country girl. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I was looking at her. She had blonde hair, blue eyes, like she was that real white girl, like real pale white, like
lily white.
She looked like one of them girls, like like how them parents in the olden days set their kids up to get married at the dance. At the end of the dance, you gotta find your You gotta find your mate. She looked like one of those, and that's why I was saying like
Damn,
that's
you
what they were
fell in
trying to
love.
say.
Sound like
No,
you.
no,
Took a deep
no.
in.
This
I
nigga
know
fell in
it's
love, boy.
deeper than race,
I
bro.
started trying to picture it. I couldn't picture it. I was
Yeah,
like, maybe no
hey, he
some
painted a picture for me. I was thinking
Yeah,
about
man.
it. That nigga is
It's
in
deeper
love
than
when he
race,
seen that
bro.
girl.
It's genetic genes. It's deeper than race, bro. I look deeper than just your color of your skin. I know how these white girls look and how they talk, how they sound. Even our black queens. But I'm just saying the genetics look, and I know what he's talking about them trying to save their blood. You know what I'm saying? And now that their women can't even have babies, the white women, Caucasian women are not having kids at a high rate. They having to mix with our blood
No,
now.
they
They
actually at
having to mix
negative
with our
birth right
blood
now.
now
It's negative
to
birth
save
right
their
now.
rate.
Ain't not even positive at all. You're right.
I said that
They
the other
having to
day.
mix with our blood to have babies now. That's the reason why a lot of women are getting with black men. My cousin, he was a gangster, most gangster nigga in one of my family. I can say, and cripping on all fours. I'm talking about this dude was head gangster, and he was playing football in high school. Got with a white girl that changed his whole life around. Sheriff, I'm talking about he working at the sheriff's department. I'm like, damn. Got two little
So,
boys, and they got
so
the dream.
hold
Little
on, John.
boys playing sports and
So
everything.
you praising that white woman. So you trying to say the white
I
woman
tried to
is
tell
the
you
way
No,
to go?
no, I'm not
You know what
praising
you?
her.
Because
I'm saying
I
no.
gotta
I'm
speak up
saying
for my
what they trying
sisters
to
because they
save the
might get
race.
mad after it. I'm trying to save you now. Are you
I'm not
praising this white
praising her.
woman?
I'm not praising her. I'm showing you what they doing to try to save their race. They get with us. They try
They
to
No,
call
save
you
no, for
Uncle
real.
their
No,
Ruckus
no,
blood.
he
after
on
they
point.
call the nigga
They
Uncle
do that, but
Ruckus.
it don't
He
work
on point.
because once we get them, they no longer one of them no more.
The dominant will always win and conquer over the recessive.
Watch this, King guys. Y'all gonna trip out off this. So Hitler killed how many people? About 6 million people all over this little race theory and all of this shit. So this the kicker. What race do you think Hitler was? What do you
You
think
want me
Hitler
to
was
answer?
mixed with?
Because I got it. But
What do you
I'm gonna
think?
let you.
What do you think Hitler was mixed with? Y'all know how I talk about self-hate all the time.
This is
Trigger.
why I brought up the swastika.
What if
Go
I
ahead. I
told
know
you
where you
Hitler
going
was
with
mixed
this.
with some of the
I know
same
exactly
people
where
he
you
was
going with this.
killing, man?
Yep. Come on.
Oh yeah.
Let them know
So
exactly
watch this.
though. Let
Look
them
how
know
many
exactly
people
where
he
he was.
brainwashed to hate all the other people the whole time. He was a motherfucker. He was
North
a
African.
stowaway in his own movement, Trigger. He wasn't even supposed to be there if they would have been technical about it.
He was North African.
Yes, that's the games people play. Because watch
A Jew. That's right,
watch
B
this.
lady. A Jew.
This how deep it go, Trigger. When he say they wanted that pure race.
That's why I brought up the swastika.
What
Go
makes
ahead,
you
Kimbo.
unpure? Watch this, King guy. What makes you unpure? When you have that African in you, man. Because watch this. What he was just talking about, all of those so-called European people, man, that got, I'm gonna even throw red hair in there, but black hair, all them other different colors other than blonde, Trigger. I told y'all that hair tell you more about a motherfucker than their skin color, man.
And
if they don't have blonde hair and blue eyes, they got some Afrikaners in them, brother.
No, for real, he's not. Hitler was North African. He was a Jew Negro, and from 39, 30, because I did a whole breakdown on this. So anywhere we gotta go on this, we're gonna go on this. Check this out. Out of 39 relatives of Hitler, close relatives, guess what? E1B1B. We know about this. That's dominantly North African. He is a black Jew Negro. No matter how you cut it, he was a black Jew. I'm glad you went there. That's why I opened up.
You know, I'm gonna take it. I told you it's gonna be a good night, man.
I needed that transition. I had to wait till you came back for it. I'm glad you hit that.
So
point.
watch this. Watch
I'm
this.
glad
basically, he had a drop of our blood in him.
Oh no, he had more than a drop.
He had a couple of drops.
More than a drop. But that's why you can't just go off of skin tone. This is why genetics is important. This is why he was on what he was on. So even though he was backwards with it, this is what he was on, genetics. It ain't just about how you look. Phenotypes only go so far.
Because watch this, King guys. Watch this, King guys. Even see, I studied the Holocaust stuff because I wanted to know
You telling me to check on it, B lady? You
talking
to me? I already know this, B lady.
Like when I get around people, different type of people, bro. When I talk to them, I like to know a little bit about them because people feel more comfortable when they see you study their stuff. But this is the proven fact about the see, this the slick way they put it. They say that the light skin when they had them in the these are a lot of the guys who they let join their army too when they captured them or whatever, or even when they imprisoned us or whatever. The ones that was getting killed were the actual West Africans, the dark skin, whatever. You know the one they let make it trigger, the one from North Africa, the Islamicized ones. So what is that telling you again? That's those guys with those funny hats again. If you were from North Africa, from that Maghreb up there at the top up there,
them funny hats.
Even when the Germans got you, nigga, they didn't even put you in the same. They didn't send you to the jails where they was putting niggas in the oven at. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. Even in Germany, they felt like that, man. That's crazy. I'm sitting there thinking about this shit. I forgot I read that shit before. They had separate.
I had heard and read that shit. I was watching a documentary one time. You know, on the History Channel they got on cable, and they were talking about him, and they had said it was rumors that he was mixed and this and that. I was watching it on the History Channel, but you never hear anybody say anything about that because it's like they don't want to cheat. They really don't want to cheat what their culture has been through, man.
Them curls, when you're that's a whole different connection to the universe.
Yeah. Hey, that nigga look like a Creole. That nigga was a Creole.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did not know he had some black. I didn't know he had some of our blood in him.
No, he had a lot, not some.
He had a lot. It's a lot of them. It's a lot of them today, right now. KKK members.
Hey, Trigger, I think it might be a time for a commercial because this is a great time for one.
Say, man.
We killing shit over here.
Say, y'all, man, y'all are watching the grown man talking, which is the panel, man. The only one missing is Pooh Black, man. Y'all want to know who the panel is? It's myself, Triggamantellemtv, King Eyes, Kimbo Greedy, and Pooh Black, man. And everybody else out there and that y'all out there chopping it up with the ranches, the money signs, or just the regular people out there who out there showing love. That's the gang, man, the family, man. So be respectful of you over here. You ain't dust your feet off and run that doorbell before you came in here. You may ask me, what is the damn doorbell? The doorbell is the thumbs up, the like button for you goofy ass niggas and y'all looking at niggas out there in the bush, man, for shit show, man. The panel is open, man. Y'all want to know how to get to the panel? You hit that StreamYard link up there. Make sure you exit out of YouTube. Show me your face before I allow you to come on my stage. Make sure you ain't trolling, man. Be on topic when y'all come up here. Please hit that like button, join the member gang, hit the cash out, do something, man. Subscribe to the channels. The mods are dropping links out there for y'all to subscribe to. Make sure y'all subscribe, man. The King Guy, Kiss the Morning Vibe, man. Purchase some books from his information right up there, man.
I'm telling you.
Support King Guy. Purchase your hand-written book for kids and adults. Up to 250 pages of knowledge and informational content. Survival, Black history, Black education. Contact King Guy's IG, the Hood Scholar, man. Y'all want some real shit? Y'all want some raw shit, goddamn, with some of that King Guys and that street shit too at the same time, man? Subscribe to YouTube channel Kimbo Greedy. Get that raw, authentic content from the street general himself. Represent progress, motivation, and Black history. Subscribe to Kimbo Greedy, man. Subscribe to my boy. He ain't here, but I'm gonna give him his shout out, man. Get up, guys. $1,000,000. Vote for Pooh Black. Subscribe, Mr. 1000, aka Pooh Black. Make sure you subscribe. Don't be a hater your whole life. You want grow, man. Triggamantellemtv products like t-shirts. Maybe want me to promote something you got. You might be selling soap hair products, bundles. I don't know. Promo start at $40, man. T-shirts $45. That's including shipping, man. Mess with the gang. Gang. Go ahead, man.
Wait, hold on. I said, King Guy, I thought about it. You said the Africans over there having babies by a whole lot of them Americans did too, bro. You know, I know a whole lot of like older guys, like grandfather age, that went to that war, went to Germany, bro. Seems like everybody
knocking shit down. I'm telling you,
everybody
knocking shit down. Look, the black man was the most valued. Like the guy said in the chat, he said the black man is the most valued by all races. especially in Germany, like Kimbo said earlier, with the French soldiers. The German women were infatuated with these men all the way up until 1945 to the point where they decided to only have kids by these French Negro soldiers. They looked forward to it. This is 1943. This ain't that long time ago.
Big fact.
You know, when we say the history in past, 1945 is not history like that. It's the past. It's like yesterday.
Right.
Nothing ain't really changed. Go ahead, Kimbo. I heard you said something.
Let me ask y'all something while y'all dialoguing, man. What do y'all think about the NFL head coach Brian Flores and what's going on with him, man?
Nah, I have no clue what happened with him.
Not surprised.
You know the Rooney Rule, where owners was supposed to interview at least two black coaches when they looking for a job or whatever, man. That's NFL rule. You know, we all know what's going on with the NFL. We know they just go through the process, man. No black owners in the NFL. Bill Belichick.
Okay, got you. Right.
Bill Belichick sent a text message out. He meant to send it to another Brian to congratulate him for getting the head coach of the Giants job. And Brian Flores had an interview that Thursday with them already hiring a coach. They were just going through the process. They just dry having him come in for an interview. They had already hired a coach, and Bill Belichick kind of accidentally texted the wrong guy and congratulated him for landing the job. He just heard that they hired him, and Brian Flores was just upset about it, man. It shows the racism as far as, like, I like to look at this as we can't think straight enough or generate that kind of power to control that kind of power to even lead anything. And that's what we looking at, one black head coach, which is Mike Thomas in the NFL, man.
I got a fun fact for you. Watch this. The Washington Redskins, for all the Redskins fans, in case they didn't know this, like, I like football, but I don't really get too much into that shit, bro. Like, I'm more of a nerd, nigga. Y'all probably could tell. I like sports, but, like, I don't get emotionally tied to them. You know, that's why I can laugh about my team losing, they team, crack jokes, and keep it moving. But Redskins, y'all were the last team to actually integrate. Before 1962, they still had slogans about how they'll never let a Negro, one of them nigger boys, quarterback their team. They'll never let one of them nigger boys run no ball for them, no tackles for them, or none. That was just 1962. That was just
that was yesterday,
man. So think about how many other. See, that's one of those establishments in over here that we feel like is predominantly ruled by them. You know what I'm saying? That's one of them strongholds they really ain't trying to let go. You can go get you some couple of stakes and stocks in or something here and there. You know what I'm saying? If you got the money, but flat out owning it, man. You see when Diddy was talking about buying the team, how they tried to laugh him out of there, because first thing they gonna do, bring up your past. It's a reason why they put all these little stereotypes and stuff on us so they can use it against us. In the long run, I feel like the NFL has always been, you know, on a little bit racist, which is not allegedly through history. We know it has been. I think they just learned how to put Band-Aids on it now. Because if we was to get, everybody was to accidentally send a text trigger, we'll find out some of our favorite coaches might be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Facts.
And after years and years of dealing with players, hell, you build a rapport with them like you like them because they part of the program and they help you win. It's like a different kind of relationship. Go ahead.
Man, like, he's exposing all kind of things that even the Miami Dolphins allegedly offered him $100,000 a game to tank. And he went against them, man. That's one of the reasons he was fired. He finished the season. And then you got the Houston Texans coaches who came in and filled in a bad job and turned it into a winning program at the end of the season. They were winning games, man. Man, and they fired him, man. So, you know, it is a problem, man, because you would like to see a black coach beat a white coach, or see who's some more better coach. I'm just saying, not like no race.
But they wouldn't.
No, I dig it.
They wouldn't want their kids to see that, to experience that. But look, I want to say this, bro. Sometimes we gotta back up and look at the picture, at the canvas a different way, because there's a bigger picture at the end of the day. If we don't see what's going on, man, look, and I can experience because I'm an ex. Like I believe, I think Trigger, you played sports, didn't you? I played football, basically all through high school. You know,
Let
but
us see the
anyways,
tape. Let us see the tapes right
with
quick.
that
Pull the
One
tapes
background,
out.
time.
Pull the
Highlight
with
tapes
reel.
that
out one time,
background,
John.
man, with that background, man, it's easy to see, to step back and see all these the old white men being the head of the football team. If we don't see like how they trying to, me personally, this how I see it. I see it kind of as if they trying to give up something, like, cause they hear us screaming for reparations, they hear us screaming for having to pay us back something. So they really, I think they really trying to slip these white men off these football teams. Like, okay, let's give them something so they can shut up, so they can be quiet. You know what I'm saying? Or, like, but they gotta be some controversy between it. You know what I'm saying? Like eventually, I believe that's the way it's going. And I think it started with the right person. No lie, they started with the perfect person, Deion Sanders. And they started with the college version. They didn't start in NFL. They started doing college, because even black like I had this teacher that was one of my football coaches, but they wouldn't let him get off a JV team. But we was like, man, Coach Archetype, and he would always
Joe
speak on
Biden.
Black history. He would speak on Black history. He the one that got me wanting to read more about Black history. But they would
Man,
not let
There
him
you
go
go. There
far.
you go.
but John, I don't mean to interrupt you, but just think, I think we missing the point. I think I might need to go a little deeper into the point. You got a NFL quarterback, man. Everybody know who he is, Colin Kaepernick, man. Took a knee, man. Ever since he took that knee, that was the last time he said "hup," man. You got a black man, a strong, not a bright man. You got a nigga on the nag, that nigga on the nag, man, riding through here, man. Exposing the NFL, which is a white corporation, white owned corporation, man. This is a possibility that this man just sacrificed his last job, his whole career in the NFL, man. He don't win against that higher power, man. So he taking a big sacrifice. He on CNN tonight. He was on CNN tonight doing interviews about this. Like, he going all the way with this.
And you know what, Trigger?
Yeah.
I think, my bad, John. Let me say this right quick. I'm gonna let you have it, John. Let me say this. You know what, Trigger? Stuff like this happen more than what we know. Like Terry Crews type stuff. They might be accidentally sending people, or might act over racist, or do something in front of some of them players, and they so used to it, they don't say nothing. They just accept it because they don't want to cause no problem. They don't want to mess up their check, because that's how they feed their family. They probably know what's going on, just won't say nothing. And then if we notice, like with football, basketball, over the years, if somebody speak up, nigga, we don't hear from them no more. They get rid of you.
Big facts.
Dig that.
That's true.
That's why I ain't in the NFL no more. Y'all remember when I was playing?
Now, remember that, bro.
So,
Come on,
so
man.
it ain't enough black
I try to
coaches.
get the tapes out.
Man, it's only one black coach.
Screen,
there's only one head black coach.
And there's no black owners, right?
No black owners.
Okay, cool. Just how it should be. What I think it was Kimbo who said, or
share my screen. Share the screen. Let me show y'all my tape.
I think it was Kimbo or Trigger. One of the gentlemen said they wouldn't let us play in the NFL for a long time, or something to that degree, right?
Right.
Kimbo. Yeah.
Okay, cool. Then look what happens though. So what do we do? No. What do? We make sure we're the top athlete. That way there's no denying us, because we need the acceptance, right? That's what we do. Yeah. So it went from y'all can't play on our football field to, we're going to play on your football field. You're going to let us. We have to do shit like that. It's programmed into us to need the acceptance of massa. We have to have, there's no coaches. We'll stop playing for them.
That's crazy.
There's no owners. Look what Ice Cube did. Look what Ice Cube did. Ice Cube went and made his own NBA league. Ice Cube said, no matter how you want to criticize the guy, absolutely go ahead. But Ice Cube said, you know what? NBA on some fuck shit. I'll make a league up. At least he did it.
Bro,
you can't. So what if 5 NFL players, just 5, took their couple millions, just a couple million each, and did the same thing Ice Cube did by himself, you wouldn't have to worry about black owners, black coaches. But we have to stay in a state of submission and acceptance. We want to excel at the white man game because we always have to compare ourselves, complain what happened to us compared to them, all this stupid shit, when all we have to do is take all the resources we have, because we got a whole bunch of that shit. We got enough to give away and invest and do our own shit. We wouldn't have to have these conversations and complaints.
I always say this, guys. We want to brag about who got the best master. And we don't even realize
that's it.
My master pay me so good I can get Gucci and Louis.
And then want to play the victim, and then want to play the victim after. Like, no, cut the shit out. We got enough money to buy one NFL player by himself, the lowest of the on the team. I don't give a fuck. Has enough money to buy one building, or at least knows at least 4 other NFL friends to team up and buy one building. You can make up a team name and team colors. That shit is easy. Get a designer, all that good shit.
And people gonna come.
And people look what they're doing with Ice Cube. They're coming to Ice Cube shit.
We got
this shit on ESPN. Man.
What's my boy? The first black player name was Fritz Pollard, man, in NFL in 1920. He went through hell.
This shit wild, bro. This shit is zombie. Welcome to Zombie Land.
See, watch this. When they show us stuff like that, like we're looking like when they was first, like in Texas. I think it was Mansfield, Texas, out there when they was first integrating the first school, all that. Like a lot of times, see, they show us that because it's all mind fuckery. They mind fucking us. We looking at it like, oh, they doing the sit-ins. Okay, they made it where we could sit with them. They was gonna do that shit anyway. We fell for it. The school stuff. We was trying to get in the schools with them because we thought we want the same education, whatever. When we should have been building our own, like we had did it.
That's it.
You notice they came when we had our own stuff. It wasn't just in Tulsa. I keep telling everybody. That's why I showed that video and show how they was bombing people in Dallas when niggas first started buying houses in Dallas and South Dallas. All that shit we brag about. They was bombing niggas' houses, telling us you can't live here, niggas. Y'all got to stay in the projects. Like like we got messed up history, bro, all around this motherfucker. Like. So when we was owning, they hated that. So
they hated
it. We ain't never did it. It's just like it's some kind of disconnect. Got us scared.
No. We're cowards. We're cowards. Just call it what it is.
Right.
Man, there go that sugarcoat being nice shit. No, we're cowards.
Scared. That's what cowards are. They scared. I just said it.
Yeah. You right. You right. I just be passionate about that shit, man.
You know what's so funny? Like you said. We got a lot of rich people. We got a lot of good people. Like we're a champion. Oh man, Jay-Z, he got that Rock Nation. He getting all the best rappers together. He doing all this, but hell,
absolutely, God,
that's not benefiting us. It's cute, but that's something for our entertainment. Like what we gonna do for our race?
But with the money, I know y'all gonna go against this, but with the money that they pay these athletes, these black athletes, and the places that some of these black athletes being from came from and being lived in, it's almost hard for them to even want to start something where they're gonna get paid less money in the beginning when they can make more times of millions of dollars.
So watch this trigger. I'm not saying stop doing what they doing, stop feeding your family. I'm not on that crazy. Everybody quit your job. Right. Shout out to my nigga Rambo, man. He hollered at me, man.
Quit your job with a plan, if anything.
Hey, that nigga, I'll tell you.
I want to be on my Malcolm X shit for a little bit.
Hold on, man. Hold on, man. We got you. Hold on. That nigga be getting inspired listening to us, King. Guys.
That's right. That's right.
Go, hold on, John. Go ahead, John. Go ahead, grab Mike.
Man, I'm glad you said that, man. Like that shit is astonishing to me, man. And it really gets me because it's
what
that,
we here
I get
for,
that slave mentality. I get that slave mentality thing, like, cause I'm not that. I'm like, I always think if I would have been on the plantation, man, and if somebody wanted to stand up and be like, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, I'm tired of getting beat up by the master. Let's go kill the master. Let's go do something. I'm tired of getting
Hey, Master Kimbo got every piece of chicken. Trigger got
I'm tired of seeing them fuck my women. I'm tired of seeing them kill my kids and feed them to the
John, your ass been picking that cotton, nigga. You been pitting that cocking like the rest of them niggas.
Hey, bro, look, you can have that money, bro. You can have all that. Hey, my freedom, it's worth to me more than just that money, bro. Like you don't understand, like, or maybe I just been through too much with these white folks to see a different side of them. But me, bro, man, fuck that. You can keep that money. Hey, I wouldn't change nothing. Like that's what I'm saying. If I would have went the same, if I would have kept going and kept right, bro, if I would have even stayed in Utah, that's where I would have got looked at the most. I was shining, bro. I was a superstar down there. If I would have stayed with them white folks, bro, that's like selling my soul, bro. I knew I was going somewhere. That's the reason why I went there. I knew I was going somewhere when I went to Utah.
Well, that's why I fucked it up myself,
bro. I fucked it up myself, and I would have sold my soul just staying there and playing and doing what them and giving them white folks a show. And that's exactly what I was doing. Fuck that money, bro. I'd rather come back to my people and give my life to my people, man. Fuck that money, nigga. Keep that shit.
I can dig it.
King Guys, he had a revelation, King Guys. You heard?
Hey, it's in him right now. He feeling it. That's right.
Josh.
We gonna come up here preaching and shit.
Like Kimbo said, that's talk of inspiration right there.
No, but shit, shut.
It's one of those, man.
I learned this, King Guys. A lot of times.
Hey, much respect, bro, and I appreciate y'all for letting me do that, bro. Appreciate
Absolutely.
No, you good, fam. You fam, man. This is what
man, stay. Hold on. Let me check the crowd. I feel like I got some haters out there. I know next time I look at my likes, it better be 100 likes in here, man. Let's get that 100 like mark tonight, man. Hit that like button if you haven't subscribed, man. Subscribe to the channel, man. Subscribe to the panel, man, which is King Guys, Kimbo Greedy, and Pooh Black. The mods are out there dropping their links. Hit them. That shit free, man. Just hit subscribe over there, man.
One time.
Over here, you are entitled, and we do mean entitled to your own opinion. Just be respectful and make it make sense when you state your opinion. If we can't agree to disagree or disagree to agree, let's just keep on pushing and go on to the next debate, man. That's how we do over here. This is grown men talking and women over here, man. And over here, we all we need. Each one teach one, man. Iron sharpens iron, man. Over here for shit. So don't be a hater, man. Join the member gang. You might ask me, what is the member gang, Trigger? Man, the people with them green dollar signs to $4.99 a month, anywhere up to $12.99. Just pick one, man. Goddamn, follow me on IG, hit the like button, subscribe to my panel, man. Donate to the Cash Out, super chat, whichever one you pick, man. I am okay. I ain't picking. It could be the like, subscribe, follow. Definitely subscribe to my panel, Cash Out, whichever goddamn one you chose to pick, man. You see their names up. Hold on, let me clear this, man. Y'all see their names up here. King Guys, Kimbo Greedy, man. Y'all listen to. I'm letting them shine. I'm sitting back listening and taking mental notes too. Let's go.
Yeah, man. I'd like to share this with y'all right quick. Like I see a lot of people. I know Tulsa, Oklahoma, Black Wall Street. That's a real popular one, but I ain't gonna give y'all all of them. But I'm gonna start with the A, man. And I hate to break y'all heart if y'all not with the African part of it, but America had a lot of African towns that we probably never heard of, didn't know nothing about, towns that we had created ourselves, and they was doing good, just like Black Wall Street. They had them in Alabama, had an African town, in Hobson City out there in Arizona, nigga, they Mobile, Arizona, California, Allensworth, nigga, Canada, Colorado, Florida, Illinois, Indiana, Kansas, Kentucky, Louisiana, Maine, Mississippi, a whole bunch of them in Missouri, Nebraska, New Jersey, New Mexico, New York, Oklahoma got so many of them, it's pathetic. Nigga, Texas, South Carolina, Texas got so many of them. Nigga, bro, it's a lot of history that we be leaving now. And I know some people be like, that's too much, but man, take all that shit in. You're gonna be so equipped to hold a conversation with anybody. You're gonna be able to take shit to a level that people can't take. I know people like to be the smart one in the room sometimes. You know what I'm saying? When people try to tell you about something and they think they know what they talking about, that's the journey I feel like we should be on, especially when this is what got me on. I'm gonna share this with y'all, Trigger. I think I said it before, but I was at a bar one night and the white guy asked me, hey man, where you from? I told him I'm from Pleasant Grove. He say, no, man, where you from? I say, Dallas. He say, no, where your family from? Nigga, I done said East Texas, all kind. He was like, no, where your family from? So the white boy broke it down and started telling me his story, his lineage and all that. So after that, I started thinking he was being funny. Like, nigga, you know we don't know nothing about ourselves. But I felt I felt a little humiliated inside, bro. I could have made up a story and said something. But I was like, you know what, sir? I'm gonna go find this out because that was actually a good question. Instead of getting mad, bro, let my nigga jump in. I let my wisdom jump in. I said, you know what? I need to go find out. And to me, I always speak this. That's a journey. If people don't want to know nothing past their great grandmother, you must be scared of something. You must know something back there you don't want to find or something, or you just don't care.
No, facts, big facts.
Might just don't care. Don't even like it happened to you. You never thought about that thought until he brought it to your attention.
But
I think that's how the information and knowledge goes for me personally. There's a lot of shit I didn't know until I knew it. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
But as black people, you just really have to have a goddamn reason to want to know about information for us, your history and shit. Black folks don't want to know about their history until it's a goddamn purpose or reason
until it's a fad. Until you can get some likes and some shares for saying some shit.
There you go. Big facts,
man.
Right there.
That's what I call Google gangsters and YouTube scholars. I can't stand them niggas, man.
They made us.
Let me post this up because everybody gonna like this shit. This shit sound good, so let me post it and get some shares. Shut up. Let me ask you. Let's go into detail in that conversation. I say this on my channel all the time. It's a lot of surface level niggas out here that say shit that everybody can like. Yeah, he's right. Nigga, I could be lying to you, but it sound good, so you gonna like that shit.
Oh, I could go off by some shit sound good. Now, if they want some propaganda, nigga, we can get it in, but I don't want to. I can't stand on that shit. For real, I know all the Cubans. You hear me, King Guys? I can tell you the Cubans they got me with.
No, for real, man. This shit just be. Sometimes, the demon in me, because I tell folks I'm a god and a demon. Don't get it twisted. Sometimes the demon in me just want to say shit that sounds good and see how many reactions I get. Just to see. Just to test me.
Yeah.
This is how I was taught in conversation.
I think we all do that.
This is how I was taught. When you're talking to somebody, Mr. Know-It-All, right? If I'm talking to Mr. Know-It-All, my job is to get him off his square. Because all he's doing is giving bullshit, right? So I leave motherfuckers. And I'll make up some dumb shit that sound good and hope a nigga be like, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
To this shit.
Man. Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, I bet you do. You ever heard of Uncollar? Yeah, I heard about Uncollar.
Bro, hey, King Guys, I got a relative that used to lie so hard, goddamn me. I threw my name in. I said, you heard that new song, and I used my goddamn government name, goddamn me. You like, hell yeah, that shit do go hard. I had heard it, and me and my brother I just stopped the car and just looked. Me and my brother just looked in, and he thought about it, bro. He had lied so quick and just agreed, bro. He thought about it. He like, nigga, you play too much. I like, bro, you just gonna lie like that, bro? Like that's just crazy. Nigga, you just lie,
because it's a bandwagon, it's a fad. I've seen people that I know personally post some shit that sound good, but I know the person. I know damn well that's just some shit you wanted to like and share. And that's where these people who teach or just give information, like Jaws up here, he gave his perspective of his life and what he's been through. Now he could have spiffed it up. He could have spiffed it up for the channel in the chat. That's why I appreciate when he get on, but he keep it a bean. That's what I say. I say keep it a bean. Right. What no bullshit behind it. Even though we might have just got confused on some things yesterday, but that's what people do on platforms, or just people who have the power of attention. Whatever sounds good, whatever catches you and hooks you in, I'ma say that shit. But don't question me, because then I'ma block you. I'ma sidestep that conversation.
Big facts.
Go ahead, John. I heard you got.
I wanted to speak on that because you said I kept it being. I'm gonna just keep it even more real. If y'all didn't catch it, I said I went to Utah for football. I was still being a nigga. You know what I'm saying? I was still being a nigga. But y'all made it to where, hey, you came here for this reason, but you gonna get some knowledge out of it. I learned something from every situation I've been in life. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I've been to Utah around some churchy ass people, but I went there on a different mindset of, okay, this is gonna get me out.
You're trying to find them fine ass white girl.
I'm trying to make it. I'm trying to make it.
Good money. Good money.
You know what I'm saying? But it just took me a different route. Me trying to make it in a shady way, in a shiesty way, like trying to make it like that. Even though that wasn't as bad, finding some good white people that want to take care of you, fuck it. You know what I'm saying? That ain't as bad, but that is a shiesty way around it. You know what I'm saying? He made it to where I can learn something from it, and that's what I got out of it. That's what, if you didn't catch it, I went to Utah for football, but I got a different learning and lesson out of it. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, you're supposed to be able to learn from your enemies. I call them enemies. I'm talking about enemies. You're supposed to be able to learn. If you ain't learning from your enemy, he whooping your ass. I could tell you that.
Big fact.
I think he enjoyed being the token.
I got a black friend. Hey, John, come in.
No, I'm saying how he was saying, like,
I'm just messing with
no,
you.
I was the only black dude within miles.
I'm just messing with you.
So
you talk about black friends.
It came with a couple of perks, didn't it?
Man, a couple. It came with all the perks.
What I tell you, I say he was enjoying it.
He came with all the perks. Shit.
Dig it though, so yeah, man. I want to tie back into our topics at hand.
Go ahead.
So do you think Whoopi was wrong? Just a yes or no.
I think she was wrong for saying it on national TV.
Way
like
she
that,
said
knowing
it.
who she worked for and knowing her position.
Okay.
Now she could have said
I don't think she was wrong at all.
If she would have said,
I don't think she's wrong.
She might have been able to put it differently, but I don't think she was wrong. But
knowing she worked for those people, though, she didn't realize. I don't think she said it maliciously. I don't think she was trying to be disrespectful or trying to be funny. You know what I'm saying? She was telling the truth. So if I was to go on TV and say, "Hey, man, the Jews were instrumental in the slave trade because the Pope gave the edict, and the Jews bought the ships. They used their ships to they paid for the cargo and all of this." You know what I'm saying? If I were to say that the first slaves were took to the church, would I be wrong for that? This is real history. I don't understand what they problem with it. They got a problem with being accountable for what they did. I don't care if we can read it and we can see it. It's like a narcissist, like a dude do something to you and you know he did. He'll be like, "No, bro, man, I swear I didn't do that." Them the kind of mind game they play on us, and that's what's going on right now with Whoopi, man. They try to make her think she crazy.
Man. Oh, they do that.
But for the job, though, but we got to watch this. Just like the NFL players. When you work for them and you sign those contracts, it's certain things you can and can't do. So, Whoopi, if you want to be an activist and you want to be black powered up, they're going to tell her, go do it on your own time, not on our platform. You know what I'm saying? Because that's not in the script. You know that ain't what we wanted. If we wanted that, we would have went and got Sister Soldier. We went and got you, Whoopi, because you one of us. You stay going against your own people. Nigga, what's different today? Why you want to be black today, Whoopi? That's what they probably saying.
Whoa.
But if the conversation would have been different and it would have been about us and stuff and about our history and our slavery, anything that was said up there would have been just an opinion.
They would have said we need to forget about it. We need to get over it. But watch this. This the tricky part. Watch this. Hold on, John. What was the whole argument? It started because I forgot which state it was. They were speaking about what you want to call it. It was some type of book. It was like, I guess, a controversial book that they wanted to. It was a book in the school about the Holocaust, right? And they wanted to take this book out of the school because they felt like it was too gruesome or whatever describing the Holocaust. So basically, this is what Whoopi was thinking, bro. She didn't say it because she couldn't. Hey, man, that's the same way y'all deal with the black people. Y'all taking the black history out of the school books. So how am I not making the connection right here?
Big fact.
So Whoopi looking like, damn, well, y'all forgot about that? So it's not about, y'all trying to tell me I'm not seeing what I'm seeing? We here to talk about it's a problem that they trying to take it out of the books, right? So how am I being racist now? I'm saying keep it in. That's this is what we deal with in the entertainment industry, bro. A lot of times we got to be able to tell the difference between who's actually educated, who's smart, and who just famous, bro. who just there because they did some movies and they're a likable person and they felt like they a good face for the part or whatever. That man, Whoopi not even qualified to have this conversation, bro. That's why I say they wrong for holding those type of people to that standard. This old fake ass cancel culture that we got, but she ain't never said she was no fucking historian and she know all the facts. You know what I'm saying? They could have easily stopped it and be like, you know what, Whoopi, you saying that and corrected her nicely, and the show would have went on. You know what I'm saying? But they didn't. They choose not to do that because it was a good wow moment, bro.
Right.
Yeah.
Facts. Another time that everybody know, stay in your place and leave this community alone. Cause we don't
who this nigga on this nag riding up in here high
right now with that community that they speaking of, the Jewish community. No disrespect to y'all over here in Israel, but I know about a little place outside Israel called Dimona, the ghetto where the black people stay. Trigger. Ask them how they treat black people in Israel.
Trash.
Now, if they want to be technical about it, but Whoopi not qualified to speak on all that. Whoopi rich and she probably never heard of Dimona. You know what I'm saying? She's not qualified to have that conversation. They need the two niggas that smoke weed on YouTube. They need to ask us that question. Let us speak on it. We'll make it make sense. You can't get this shit anywhere else, man. Stuff on grown man talking, man, for real. They probably say, that Trigger find these old smart ass niggas.
and I'm gonna sit back and let them pop their shit, goddamn, because when this grown man talking panel, it's everybody panel. So whatever they pretty much say, I agree with. Or if I disagree, I disagree behind closed doors. It won't be in front of y'all.
That nigga say the Jews from Germany, not Israel.
You got
missed the whole point, son.
Right. He got it.
I ain't say nothing about where they was from. I'm telling you what's going on in that place right now today, whether they imposters and where they traveled from and all of that. Hey, that's not even the point right now. But we can go down that rabbit hole. But I like you to come over here and talk to me about it.
No, Tariq Nasheed over here.
A lot of people coming in here late, man. They missing out on what's going on, man. So they gotta catch up, man, because there's been some good dialogue going on. This one almost as good. I still ain't found one better as the goddamn Willie Lynch conversation, but this goddamn me up there, man, because this conversation needed, man, because I just think Whoopi was appreciate the super chat again, Miss Anita. I appreciate it's just I feel like Whoopi was done wrong in this whole scenario, man. I feel like it was a black opinion that nobody understood, because here they look at us as all Negroes and we look at them as all white people. When you fill out an application, it says Caucasian, African American, Hispanic, or other. It doesn't say religion, man. When we was in school, we were taught it was a religion war. So it was more it was some lack of knowledge of Jewish history, but at the same time, it's just the way a Negro would look at another situation, man. And I feel like she was entitled to that opinion, because everybody entitled to our history for slavery and what they can say about slavery and this and that. It don't matter if you white, Mexican, or whatever, African, whatever, man. You can say whatever the fuck you goddamn me want to, man. Mm-hmm. So I feel like she for shit show could have said what she said on the panel, man. I'm just saying that's just my opinion on the whole thing, man. You know, hell, at school I was taught that it was the biggest religion war ever. It wasn't about race and shit. Hell, you can't tell black kids that two white folks. Hell, in my time, black kids knew prejudice and racism. Hell, black folks can be prejudiced on another black folk. You can't be racist against another black folk, but you can be prejudiced. You can dislike a motherfucker so much that that's just real talk.
But she did apologize, though. But why? Didn't Nick Cannon apologize too?
Right, yeah. Nick Cannon had to go sit in front of the whole. He had to sit in front of the rabbis, the Jewish commission.
I would have said fuck y'all again. I'm sorry.
Man, he had to take classes and everything, man, to keep his bank, bro.
That bag make niggas act funny.
What you say about
niggas act funny, Hey, make niggas act funny,
You know what would be funny about you know what's funny about a religious war? Because hell, both sides was some type of Christian, so they was Christian on Christian bang. They believed in the same thing and was banging on each other, man. That's crazy. That happened a lot of time. Hitler thought he was a Christian. You know that, right?
Bro, but you know what?
That's how crazy this world is, man.
But bro, you know, me as a black person hearing what Whoopi said, bro, like I ain't never thought of it like that. But when she said it, it made sense. Hell, I said she absolutely right. I ain't never thought about that, man. I always was taught that it was a religious war, so I ain't never looked past, or it ain't my history, so I ain't never looked into it or looked past what we was taught in school about the whole Holocaust or whatever, man. It made sense to me. I was like, shit, hell, you can look at it like that, man. Hell, I just thought about just white on white crime, man, and the superior, and just which the words she used to describe it, man. I think it was a good opinion, man. I think it was respectfully. I didn't think she disrespected any Jews in no shape, form, or fashion, man. I just feel like it was another example of a person to make an example is. Let's get this nigga off this nag and bring her back to where she supposed to be on foot.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying.
She should have said, "What was my people's situation? Holocaust, was it about slaves or was it about color?" That's how she could have changed the whole tone quick. You got to know how to play your black card. Whooping, you slow, you slipping. You getting a little too Caucasian, baby.
Yeah, that what it is. I think she being very Negro when I think that was the problem. She was being very Negro when she responded and stated her facts. It was her body posture and everything.
What she was at, Trigger.
Yeah, she forgot what she thought she talking to Oprah or something behind closed doors. Yeah, it was a nigga when keeping the real goes wrong. Shit, man. That's what it was.
I need to make a meme when I some Hennessy in a black and mild like
Shannon Sharp.
Yeah, she had a Shannon Sharp moment.
Yeah, she had a Shannon Sharp moment, man. Nah, that was she
had.
Right,
though. She gonna be all right, though.
She thought she was chilling, sitting with Samuel L. Jackson. They was drinking some Henny or something, and she said, "Fuck it, man." She had a fucking moment like shit.
They like
I'm crashed.
They like Whoopi though. One thing about those people, they into idol worship. If they like you, they'll give you a bunch of chances, man. That's why Nick Cannon, he gonna be all right. They like them. They're the niggas they chose.
Allegedly,
they made him kiss the ring.
Allegedly, goddamn it, his baby mamas might be Jewish. They might have even made him give up some of that semen. Allegedly, I don't know.
That nigga cry. That nigga cry. You know, shit, they be tripping, man. If you ain't if they ain't 100%, if you ain't probably a lot of them still no disrespect, but a lot of them still practice that cousin on cousin, you know, all that kind of stuff. They still try to keep their bloodline pure in a lot of ways. So they might not even get to go to the bar mitzvah fucking with me. I'm sorry, y'all. Hey, cut that part out.
Need to cut that part out. Oh, shit.
I might want a job one day. But I get it though. I get they deserve their respect though, bro. Because what happened to them, homie, that was some horrific, super duper, messed up, hateful. You had to be mentally insane to even think of some of the stuff, some of the actions, and a lot of that stuff played from what's my guy, Charles Darwin. A lot of them flawed, bro. We don't realize. A lot of our culture.
That's who some of the anthropologists studied under. Some of the German anthropologists studied under. Well, not under, but studied Darwin. The theories.
His theories or whatever. Yeah. That help support the idiotic, the dumb thinking that we end up dealing with. All those fake charts. They act like we were slow or less than human. All those justifications they had, bro. It boiled down to flawed thinking, flawed science. That was them trying to figure out how science worked. And that's like a dude fresh out the penitentiary, Trigger doing 20 years, and you hand him the joystick on the PS5, talking about play him and play you in Madden. Madden 2022, he been gone 20 years.
They called it racial cleansing.
He gonna be lost.
Yes.
He ain't gonna even know what Madden is here. He been gone 20 years probably here. He shit.
Who's Steve Madden? He gonna say who's Steve Madden?
Yeah, Steve Madden. That nigga.
Steve Madden.
Shit. I'm just saying 20 years here, 20 years from now. Now he'll know what Madden is. He has to play on a PlayStation and shit. But hell, the game gonna be so far advanced on them shit. Well, me, I can get on any Madden. All I need to know is what button do what button. Goddamn, I play football, nigga. I know where the ball supposed to go.
Don't feel bad for her though. I don't think any of us feel. I'm reading the chat. I don't think I feel bad for her.
She gonna be.
Ain't nothing to feel bad about. Yeah, ain't nothing to feel bad about. She said some shit. She got reprimanded like she knew she
got
would.
A suspension. They want her back. They ain't want to get rid of her. They just
That's
had to
it.
do something.
Now, if she would have stayed on her squares, I would have respected
they
it
showed
a little
that
more.
They showed that she might. You might be a house nigga, goddamn me, but don't get out of line. You still a nigga.
Yeah, like how you did Samuel Jackson on Django. Like I let you do a lot and say a lot, but don't forget who you is.
Right.
Yeah. Do what the fuck I say. Go get that bed right, boy.
No, it's just one of those.
Who this nigga on that name?
And then a lot of people be talking, like, which ones are you talking about? Like shit, there was so many different groups. So if you say that word,
I say that with everything.
All of them. That's crazy.
I say when you put that when you put the word
all of them don't even believe in the same thing. Do you know this trigger? A Messianic and a non-Messianic Jew. One of them believe in Jesus was God, and one of them don't even believe that Jesus was real. They believe he was just a regular nigga like me and you.
Well, so I kind of fall into their religion too, goddamn. But anyway, that's another story. That's another story.
I don't get it. Her last name is Goldberg. Yeah, her last name is Goldberg.
No, but I was saying though, like they don't. The religion is not the same. They war with each other. They don't even have the same beliefs, so they can not like each other, but can't nobody else have an opinion on them. That's the weird part.
Yeah,
that's white folks for you.
Man.
We can do everything. We can do all the fucked up shit to y'all, but y'all better not do nothing wrong to us. Hey, as soon as y'all do something wrong to us, it's a problem. Or we tuck our tails. It's, man. That's
they
white
play the
folks
victim role really well too.
Yeah,
that's just what it is, man. But keep talking about it. Keep bringing it up. Keep studying the history of what really went on and speak on it. Don't hide the truth because motherfuckers fire you. You got enough money to do. You didn't invest. You ain't invested none of this money. You had a long career, lady.
It's not even
do
about
you
that.
Really need
it's
that.
It's about being in the big house with Master and them. It's about being
right.
One up on the other niggas. I keep telling y'all. A lot of them people will lose their mind if they had to come back down here where we was at.
For shit, show.
All the perks they get.
I ain't never seen The View, so that's the show she on, right?
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, I ain't seen that a day in my life.
She on the biggest stage, but shit.
Right,
I don't think Whoopi care about even the suspension. I think she still deep down inside mean what she said, goddamn me. It's just what she gotta do.
You didn't care about her tone when she was apologizing.
Yeah.
She was doing it. She sounded like she was more still more radical than Nick Cannon sounded when he apologized. Nick Cannon sounded like he was deflated. She still kind of sound like, man, if you don't leave me alone.
Oh yeah, she good. She works 60 million. She make $8 million per year. That's her
what
salary.
I'm saying. She's straight. That's what I'm saying. She's straight. She better did something with this long ass career she had.
Yeah.
I wouldn't even trip. I'd have said my shit and held my nuts on them. And just said, whatever happens after this, happened after this, man.
Nah, I held my nuts too. I ain't gonna even like it.
Man, for real.
I held my nuts.
If you say something as any adult, I feel like if you say something, you got to stick to that. If it come out your mouth, you got to stick to it. Stick to it.
Say salute to that cash shop I just got too, man. Salute to the cash shop. Appreciate that. Go ahead, y'all.
It's like that motivation speech. You gotta want it more than you can breathe. You know what I'm saying? It's like the motivation speech, like I heard when I was used to. I think I heard it before a football game one time when it was like you gotta want it. You gotta want it more than air itself. You gotta want it more than you can breathe. Than breathing air. You know what I'm saying? When you want it then more than you can breathe, then you know what I'm saying? then you know you made it. It's just like that with anything. Like that money, they gonna throw anything they want to shut you up and make sure you don't say all the right things, or to make sure you stay on their side of the fence. You know what I'm saying? But you gotta want it more than just breathing. You gotta want it more than just living. You know what I'm saying? You gotta it's more than just living. You gotta want it more than just living. And then once we get there, then we'll make it as a whole, as a black community. We'll come back on top. But we don't want it that bad. When we ready to, when we want it more than air itself, then it will come to fruition.
Dig it.
I can dig it too. Man. I definitely
should be all right though. I just wanted to know, did you feel she was wrong? That apology, why say it if you're gonna apologize? Like, somebody just said in the chat, what's going through your mind before it comes out your mouth? That's what I'm saying. What you say, you got to stand on it. That means you better know what you're saying before you speak. Whatever come with it.
She thought about it. She said,
right.
Absolutely.
Ready,
though. She should have had her backstory and her breakdown ready, like right then, to clean it up. You can't say it and then get like you stuck. Now they gonna realize, make it look like you probably meant it bad. You got to be ready. You got to be boom, 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 boom. Whoopi.
Mm-hmm.
That's cold though. How they do it.
That's what made it. That's exactly what it was. It's the fact that she just said it. It was on one after that. I said that earlier, Kimbo. You got to know what you're saying and be able to back it up. If somebody say, "Why would you say that?" You better be able to respond. The fact that she just said it and left it at that. Absolutely agree. What's up, Jalen?
Hey, salute. What's up? Everybody salute.
Peace.
Salute to you,
Shalom, brother.
Well, yeah, man, my point. Oh, go ahead. What you been saying?
It's on you, Jalen. Go ahead, Jalen.
Okay. All right. Well, my point in the whole thing is, man, I don't know if anybody done said this already. I just got off, so I ain't see all the show. I seen some of it in the beginning. But is Judaism or Jew even a race?
No, sir.
I'm confused on that.
Jew is not a race. Look it up.
I mean, I knew the answer. I just wanted to make sure somebody else would clarify. I would clarify with me, because I'm like, I don't even understand what the woman being like. It wasn't about race. It was about a man who had a complex for superiority and took it out on these other people. They don't even talk about the 10 million, 15. I don't know what's the number is. It was like mixed African descent that was staying in Germany that they just killed off. They didn't put them in a concentration camp. They didn't do nothing to them people except just straight murk them off, because he didn't even want African blood nowhere in his country. And you can look that up. You know what I'm saying? That's just what's so crazy to me, is that, like, if it was about race, you know what I'm saying, he would have killed them all like he did them African people that was mixed African people that was in Germany at the time. Because, you know what I'm saying, like, Hitler's whole little thing, it wasn't just about, you know what I'm saying, race for a matter. He was going to war with white folks too. You know what I'm saying, in my opinion, because from what I know about race, I know race is about physical traits. And the biggest physical trait that race has been, you know what I'm saying, knocked against us is our skin color. You know what I'm saying? They could use the big nose stuff. I know they did the same thing with the Jews, and I'm not taking no plate or taking away their plate in any way, shape, or form, because it was done bad. But for Jewish people to be so up in arms about what she said as if it was disrespectful is just perplexing me, like, all the way to the core. It just don't make sense. It's why it's just like, I wish black people would do the same thing these Jewish people do, man. And these other ethnicities, when you go at them, they stand together and they like, hey, we ain't gonna even allow that shit to even be said. You better get this off the air. You better do something. You know, it's always got to be an action taken when you do something against another culture. But with us, you can have like Megan McCain was on The View, and I ain't watched all that shit, but I watch it when I come in with my mom. You know what I'm saying? I'm at my mom's house and she watching it, and I done seen her. I done heard her say some of the craziest shit about niggas, about different people. And it just don't make sense to me how she could keep her job, never got suspended, never got nothing happened to her. But Whoopi Goldberg say something that was so generic that it could have easily been a scholar come in, talk to her, be like, hey, you know what I'm saying? This might not, you might be a little bit misinformed or something. Like, give her some type of other treatment and just suspend her for 2 weeks as if she just said, oh yeah, them niggas deserved it. Man, they all should have got put in their goddamn oven or in a concentration camp or got experimented on. Like, she didn't do none of that. So I feel like the respect there, there's no respect for a black person speaking their mind about anything in America. You know what I'm saying? It's like shut up and dribble or shut up and talk about the current topics of the world. Like, why are you talking about the Holocaust? That's how I feel like that's how they did Whoopi. It's like, why are you even talking about the Holocaust? This has nothing to do with you. Which is, I feel the same way about white people and other ethnicities talking about, you know what I'm saying, slavery and not just any slavery, American slavery. You know what I'm saying, in particular. So I'm just confused by that, man. I've been waiting to really talk about this shit all day. As soon as I seen fam put this up, I was like, yeah, I want to talk about this because this don't make no sense, bro. Jewish is not a race. There is no such thing as race whatsoever, but Judaism of all things is not a race.
Hey, hold on, man. Miss Anita, how you doing? Salute.
Well said, Jalen. Well said, Jalen.
But I was thinking Whoopi just had one of those whoop moments, you know what I'm saying? But once it came out, she couldn't take it back. You know what I'm saying? But she should have had her back into what she was saying. You know what I'm saying? She should have proof of what she was trying to say. I just think it just kind of came out like that, you know? And then I think really her fans need to just support her by not watching the show. You know what I'm saying? It's her opinion. Who else did they kick off or suspend for 2 weeks for their opinion? It's her opinion. You think some cops is going to get up there on the news and apologize to that black lady's family after letting that white boy go, not even question him or nothing? Them telling people what they want to do. So when it comes to us, better watch it. Watch it. You know what I'm saying? So thank you guys all for listening, and see you guys another time.
Appreciate you for coming up here and appreciate the support.
Absolutely.
Short and sweet.
Timber wild.
Short and sweet.
Yeah. Wow.
I know what's gonna fix everything.
Straight to the point.
Right there, that move right there gonna fix everything for Whoopi.
You stupid, Kimbo. I'm trying to get my screen right, goddamn.
And let me say another thing, as far as the color purple, though, you know what I'm saying? Like, no, everybody appraised. That's one of the greatest movies to a lot of people out here, man.
Yes, sir.
The color purple didn't do no kind of goodness for black men whatsoever. Yeah. It depicted black men as ain't shit ass nigga. You the weak as hell, or you beating the shit out your woman, man. Come on, man. Like, we can depict any type of image of black men or black women for that matter in any type of light, and it's okay. It's a work of art. It's this, that, and the third. You know what I'm saying? But we have any questions or say anything about, you know what I'm saying, history, you know what I'm saying, like what Nick Cannon did with him talking about the history of the matter, and then Whoopi just stating her opinion. It's like, hold up, nigga, like, how dare y'all? And I just don't get it, because I mean, like, Jewish people insured goddamn slave ships. Jewish people did a lot of different, not saying all Jewish people, but there's been a lot of bad in Jewish people. But if a white person get on air and be like, all black people thugs, oh, well, we need to take him to counseling, man. He didn't mean it, man. It's always something with them. It's always an excuse.
Yeah.
I'm liking the viewpoints on this.
You told Harpo to beat me.
Yeah. What? Goddamn me shit. Everything you done to me, I done to you, goddamn me shit. Hey, y'all mean, nigga.
No, we like you, but we rock with Whoopi. We want you to next time think about it. And if you got some stuff on your chest, do it outside of your job. Create some type of platform, program, or write you a book, a pamphlet, or something, man, to where they can look at it as productive. They won't think you trying to ruin their show or promote your personal ideas, even though it's supposed to be y'all point of views. Ain't that? I thought that what the show was about, but I guess you can only have certain point of views on this show.
No, for
that's what it
shit.
seemed like.
And if you look at everybody on the show, it seemed like everybody was shocked that she said it. They like, Whoopi, no, like, whoa. Like, shit, Whoopi looked like she thought about what she said. And, like, shit, what y'all mean? Like, shit, nigga, let me break it down for y'all. Maybe y'all ain't understand.
Yeah. I feel like Whoopi has enough of a name, enough of a standing in society as far as, like, what she brings to the table as far as the brand. Whoopi don't need, you know what I'm saying, the View. The View need Whoopi. So if I was Whoopi, I honestly, you know what I'm saying, obviously she's a little bit older in times and maybe not with the new way of doing things in social media and stuff like that, but she could easily go make her a podcast, make her just a daily just blog or whatever, blog
A
or something.
YouTube
You know what I'm
channel.
saying? Yeah, it just boom. And she would boom. A lot of people would love to hear what Whoopi got to say, because Whoopi always been the kind of a controversial when it comes to a lot of her opinions. I just feel like, yeah, like even some of her opinions have been more controversial than this one. I feel like, especially some of her views on black people. You know what I'm saying? But I'm not gonna knock. I don't knock Whoopi at the end of the day, because I understand all black people, we're not a monolith. So everybody got a different view of it. But
that's what happened. I just thought about it. Whoopi messed up and said one of her bedroom arguments that she be having with her husband, bro. And she was okay to say it around him, and she slipped and said it in front of the other white people. For real.
What happened, bro?
She slipped and said it in front of the other white people. Whoopi, you got too comfortable.
She got too comfortable up there in the house.
Yeah. And that's why she had to be suspended. You got too comfortable. We can't let the other niggers think you could do that on TV. Not on our show.
Yeah, 8 million a year, goddamn me, shit.
They ain't pay you $8 million a year to expose them. Come on, man.
Like that. Hey, she on the biggest. She on ABC, goddamn me, shit.
She gonna be all
man,
right.
Hold on, let me ask Jalen, man. What's your take on the NFL head coach thing, man?
Shoot. As far as that is concerned, man, I feel like it's a legit, you know what I'm saying, argument. It's been maybe 12, maybe 15 head coaches that have been black all of period, like of all time, all throughout the history of the NFL. And most of them lose their jobs for some of the stupidest things, man. Like, shoot, I done seen, you know what I'm saying, coaches that, you know what I'm saying, like even Mike McCarthy, you know what I'm saying, with this the boneheaded decisions he made in this season, you know what I'm saying, on some of these play calls and stuff. Like, they can continually do that type of stuff, like really be a detriment to the team. Whereas you'll have a black guy, a black coach, you know what I'm saying, just not have some of the pieces together, you know what I'm saying, not have certain things going in your and that's a lot of a front office job. I feel like if you ain't got the right personnel to make your scheme work, why ain't we trying to change up, you know what I'm saying, maybe the personnel, you know what I'm saying, director, what I don't know what's the name for it, but you know what I'm saying, like these type of people, the talent scout.
Yeah, the scout challenge. You got to write the personnel, the football personnel. They got to fit his scheme. They got to be his type of players, man. A lot of these black coaches inherit like teams, coaches who don't been fired during the season, and they got to pick up their trash and shit. And then don't nobody help them. It's like they already set up to fail and shit. But you know, even Mike Thomason, man, he just in a perfect position for us being with the Pittsburgh Steelers. We can say they pretty much love Negroes.
Yeah, and I really believe they love him as a coach too. I feel
and
like
ain't the Rooney Rule because of them.
Rooney Rule. You got to refresh me real quick on that.
I think that when you got to interview at least two black coaches, I think the Rooney Rule come from Pittsburgh. I think they the reason for that rule.
Some of them teams just smart enough to do what's gonna win, actually try to build a team. So y'all just gave me an idea. I wonder if we go start saying that Jerry Jones is racist, they'll get rid of him, because we need to get rid of this motherfucker, man. Some kind of way, man.
I don't know if it worked the same way.
We need to figure out something. Goddamn, I'm gonna say the nigga, he called me a racist slogan. So we gotta think of something. How can we get rid of Jerry, man? Shit, we gotta wait till he die.
Yeah, you gotta wait till Jerry die.
Because I feel like with Donald Sterling, you know what I'm saying? Like he had multiple accusations before he ever got that videotape out. It's just the fact that videotape out and that girl corroborated on everything that happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, that was me filming that shit. That was him saying that shit. For that to even go that far, I feel like you'll have to have the same thing happen with somebody like Jerry or any other owners and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Because they'll easily get rid of anything under them, you know what I'm saying, to help ease public opinion. But as far as an owner, I feel like an owner damn near can get away with murder. You know what I'm saying?
Well, I tell you what, go get JoJo Splat. Go get JoJo Splat and them for me. I got something for Jerry.
Hold on, Uncle Charles in the house. Uncle Charles, what's up with you?
Right here.
Uncle Charles.
Oh.
I think something wrong with your you gonna have to come back in, huh? Something wrong with your device. Yeah, the calls have been coming in early. Go ahead, Johnny.
I just want to say one thing about that coaching situation. If you got a predominantly of the players being black people, they predominantly of you know what I'm saying, the success for your winning teams being these black people, wide receivers, some quarterbacks, even though I feel like even with the quarterback situation, it's a lot of racism because a black quarterback is for especially a dual, you know what I'm saying, when they can run and throw, you know what I'm saying, it's always been critiqued as being not a high IQ type of quarterback, you know what I'm saying? Different stigmas like that. I just feel like you should have at least a well represented percentage of, you know what I'm saying, black people being interviewed, even getting hired. Because you can't tell me that all these black people are not qualified for the job, man. Especially like, you know what I'm saying, like even with like Mike Singletary, you know what I'm saying, when he was coaching for the Bears. Solid coach, had that team pretty good, you know what I'm saying, even though he had bad personnel at times and stuff, you know what I'm saying, but I think he was a good coach. They didn't give him too many chances, man. They gave him probably about like 5-6 years, get on up out the door, you know what I'm saying. Like I say, some people don't get that long. He just happened to be a well-respected player, you know what I'm saying, stuff like that. I feel like sometimes when it comes to that, you know what I'm saying, they'll give you a little bit of bias if you're a player, if you know what I'm saying, worked in the behind the scenes a little bit, you know, it was a part of the, you know what I'm saying, overall, like good old boys club. Even if you weren't an actual good old boy, you might just be somebody on the outside, the house nigga, you know what I'm saying, or whatever. I don't know how to give it a good, you know what I'm saying, comparison.
OJ Simpson. You might be an OJ Simpson.
Like Jalen. They offered him $100,000 to lose games to Tank, and he didn't do it. So, you know, he had a lot of things against him.
Yeah. So that's what I just feel like, you know what I'm saying? Like, how you gonna have, you know what I'm saying, all these black people? It is no problem to have them being a player. It's no problem to have them being maybe the defensive coordinator or a personnel coach or something, you know what I'm saying? I coach linemen, I coach wide receiver, but you don't ever want to have these people be, you know what I'm saying, the head coach and running the show. It's confusing to me, man. And when they do become a head coach, there's so much stigma behind them. Oh yeah, well, is he really good enough? Like even with, and then you'll have some black people that'll even build a strong team. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like Marvin Lewis is a lot to, you know what I'm saying, deserves a lot of credit for these Bengals that we have right now. You know what I'm saying? But you won't hear people give them that credit except for the people that really know. You know what I'm saying? Or even like Mark Jackson with going to basketball with the Golden State Warriors. Steve Kerr didn't build that team. Mark Jackson built that team. So a lot of times I just feel like the black people don't get enough credit when it comes to what we do on the coaching side and the personnel side and you know what I'm saying, those sides of the game. You know what I'm saying? It's all good when you're running the ball and or you tackling somebody, but when you become that person that has a little bit of power, it's like, dang, we gotta get him up out of here, man, because I don't know if he's smart enough, he's, you know what I'm saying, resilient enough, or whatever it might be, whatever dumb excuse they come up with.
Big fat. So you kind of where I'm at with it, Jalen. As far as they don't think we have the mental state to be able to run a team or to be the head quarterback. They hate paying that black athlete. They hate paying the black coach to do a job that they feel like a white dude is better at.
Facts, yeah, especially you see it with the quarterback.
So
a lot.
we could pretty much say this like the master and the field nigga, right?
in a sense, I believe so. It's not much change, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we was out there, you know what I'm saying, maybe doing some Mandingo fights or some type of crazy little games for them back in slavery times. Now it's football, now it's basketball, now it's baseball or whatever, you know what I'm saying? This the same thing. It's a way to, oh yeah, we're gonna give them a little something, but we don't want them to be in our corporate world. We don't want them to have a spot in the office. So let's have them clean up, or let's have them do this, you know what I'm saying, type shit.
For shit show. I can dig it. You absolutely right. I ain't got no. King guys, you got anything you want to say on that comment on this convo?
No, I'm just listening.
Okay.
Just for the moment, you know, Jalen come on, he know how to articulate well. He always got something to say, so I'm just listening in at the moment.
Yeah, nah, for shit show. So, Jay, let me ask you another question, man, because we getting close around that hour time, man. Y'all hit, we still got like 20 minutes left in the show, man. Y'all hit that like button if y'all haven't hit that like button for shit show. If you were Whoopi, you would have held your nuts on?
Yeah, I most definitely would have, especially, you know what I'm saying, with the career she done had. And I'm sure she done accumulated plenty of money. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what her net worth or nothing like that is.
60 million. She make $8 million a year. She worth $60 million.
Oh, well, yeah, $60 million. I could be said and Whoopi, you know what I'm saying? She older in her years. Not saying, God forbid that she's going to be dying anytime soon, but she on the other half of her life, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, $60 million, it should be plenty, you know what I'm saying, to live the life that you want to live and not have to work. And, you know what I'm saying, you can still figure out ways to make money because you Whoopi Goldberg. People I think people will pay you just to be on another show. You know what I'm saying? Even if you know what I'm saying?
YouTube. She can invest about $8 million of that money and make her movie and call it Whoopi. You know? Whoopi.
And everybody gonna watch it. You're gonna have black people, white people gonna watch it just because she Whoopi. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like Whoopi, yeah, she should have stood up on her principle and her word. And I wouldn't apologize for shit, because at the end of the day, you didn't say nothing that was insensitive to the community of Jewish people out there. And like, you know what I'm saying? We still, like I say, you know what I'm saying, starting off, you know what I'm saying, like, is Jewish even a race? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand what a race is. You know what I'm saying? And for the most part, I've always understood, you know what I'm saying, race is the defining physical trait. It doesn't define a social, economic group or language or anything else. It's all.
They done hurt you, bro. Be careful.
Yeah, they hurt you. You going in and out, Jalen.
Chill out, Jalen. Watch that van behind you, Jalen.
Yeah. But y'all know what I was basically saying. I don't know if y'all heard it all. I was just saying that, you know what I'm saying, like, nah, she should have never, you know what I'm saying, went back on her word in that shoe. Like I was saying before, she never said nothing wrong. What's wrong with questioning, is Jewish even a race? Was it about race? It's just an evil person doing evil shit. We don't say when a white person go and shoot, you know what I'm saying, up a group of other white people, even though he might be a Irishman and the other white people might be, you know what I'm saying, not European, but like, you know what I'm saying, British descent or something like that. We don't say, oh man, he was ethnically trying to cleanse all British people. You know what I'm saying? They all looked at as white. So I'm confused on that.
Facts. Davari, what's up, man? I think I'm pronouncing your name right.
Yeah, what's up with you?
What's up with you, bro? What's on your mind, bro?
Oh man, I just sitting here, man, listening to y'all, and I got one question, and I'm gonna sit back and just listen to everybody chime in on it. What makes Dave Chappelle different from Whoopi? So you know, David didn't say down there anything, and folks gonna take it with a grain of salt, and he get away with it.
What? Don't let make him.
Let me go. Profession, Trigger. It's their profession and who they work for. You know what I'm saying? Dave handles a little more lenient with Dave. You know what I'm saying? Dave not on no syndicated talk show like them. Dave kind of worked for himself a little bit. That's just my guess. But go ahead, Trigger.
Hell, my theory is it's the same theory. Who is this nigga on this nag, man? It's a place you gonna be put in. It's a place you gonna stand in. Goddamn you.
So you said both of them can get it. You said both
Yeah,
of them did it.
both of them ain't nothing different. Before they rolled in on their nag, man. They rolled in on their horse, man. You know what I'm saying? Shit. And Dave Chappelle, he kind of held this nuts. I gotta say, Dave Chappelle held this nuts. He disappeared on them. Whoopi, I don't know. I think everything just happened so fast with Whoopi, with this whole thing that she just went with the flow of protocol, man. I don't think she really had a chance to think to herself or make the decision whether she wanted to apologize. It was already just like this, just the right thing to do at the time. Let me do it. It was a panic decision. I think if she really just sit back and and thought about this shit, I don't think she would have apologized.
Well, I'm gonna say this, you know what I'm saying? I think, you know what I'm saying, like Kimbo right on a profession part, being a comedian and telling something in a joking way is a lot different from stating your opinion with no emotion, just straight up like, this is my opinion, there's no joke about it, there's no sugarcoating it, this is my opinion. But I also believe that, you know what I'm saying, Dave Chappelle, you know what I'm saying, kind of like, he's the type of person I feel like that never really cared about the brotherhood of, you know what I'm saying, the industry to the extent. Maybe he care about, like, you know what I'm saying, fellow comedians and maybe actors or rappers and stuff, but as far as like execs, I don't think he ever really came into this aiming to please, as opposed to, not saying that Whoopi did, but at some point in her career, she probably was like, damn, you know what I'm saying, I can do good as long as I keep these people happy because they like me. They gonna keep feeding me this money as long as I just, you know what I'm saying, keep my shit opinionated. But you know what I'm saying, don't step over certain lines. And I think she stepped over the line that she didn't. That, you know what I'm saying, she didn't think that it was gonna be a problem to cross. Just like I don't think that Dave Chappelle thought that the jokes that he was making was gonna necessarily bring the backlash. It's just that I don't think Dave Chappelle cared as much about what happens after that. I think Dave Chappelle looked at it like, I'm good.
What Dave Chappelle did care, he started caring about the look that they were getting in the jokes that they were the content they were trying to make them perform. Yeah.
So I get that in that way. I'm talking about caring as far as like, if I say something that is my opinion that I truly feel and it doesn't sit well with the rest of the industry, I don't care. Or if it doesn't sit well with public opinion. Yeah.
I can dig it. Well, Devara, I hope we helped you out on that one, man. Goddamn it. King, guys, you want to answer his question in any kind of way?
No, sir. I'm letting the panel do their job and let the guests speak, just listening tonight.
For shit show, man. Goddamn, appreciate you for coming through here, man.
I appreciate y'all.
Already. Nah, for shit show.
Man, this was a good conversation, though.
Nah, this was a good conversation for the night, man. No, it was, man. Everybody handled it in order.
The chat on point.
Yeah, man. The chat on point. I think we did it in a respectable manner, man. And we did it in a black way, too. Goddamn me, our way, man. How we do our thing over here, man. Whether anybody liked it or disagreed. Yeah, everybody can agree to disagree to everything we say. Y'all entitled that. Just make it make sense, man. Just don't be putting a lot of dumb shit in the chat that just don't make no sense. Have some purpose by why you feel like you disagree or something, man. You know what I'm saying? You entitled to do that, man. Anything y'all want to say before we? Uncle Charles was trying to get up here. I think something wrong with Uncle Charles. Yeah, so I think something wrong with Uncle Charles' internet or something. Because he keep going on and off of here.
No, but just for the topic of discussion, I don't think Whoopi was wrong in making that statement. Anytime you make that statement, whatever conversation you have, is something that you shouldn't run away from. You know, the taboos of conversation of religion, politics, and sex. So if you hit any of those and you say something out of pocket, you know, it's always backlash, but you should always speak on it. Because this type of conversation, it leads to these type of conversations. Knowledge born, knowledge built. You know what I'm saying? So, as far as the topic's concerned, I don't think Whoopi was out of pocket for saying it. I don't think anybody would be out of pocket for saying it. It's just be able to back it up. Don't just make a statement just to make it. You know, as far as the NFL, I've had this conversation years ago when Colin Kaepernick did his little knee shit. If the NFL players would nut up and take their talent and they finances and invest in their own shit, you wouldn't have to have these conversations. As long as you want to work for other people, you got to come with whatever they say. It's that simple. It's very simple. It's ridiculously simple. When you work for other people, you got to abide by their rules. Period. Just period. That's it. See, that's it. So take your money, take your talent elsewhere, invest it in your own shit. But other than that, Kimbo, appreciate the conversation always. Shout out to Pooh Black. You know, he ain't here right now, but we always shout out to God. Jalen, always appreciate it. And the chat is always on point.
No, for shit. So I'm gonna pass the mic to Jalen. Jalen family.
The only thing I really want to, you know what I'm saying, close with is that we just got to start standing on, you know what I'm saying, our principles and the truth, you know what I'm saying, because it ain't our truth, it's the truth, you know what I'm saying. Well, I mean, now if you coming from a place of ignorance and not understanding, then maybe you should, you know what I'm saying, be apologizing for something, you know what I'm saying, if you wasn't fully equipped to, you know what I'm saying, speak on the subject and you just said something out your ass, which I don't think Whoopi did. I really don't think she did. But we just got to start standing on our shit, because, you know what I'm saying, people sit out here and put all kind of misinformation on us. Oh, we commit 50-60% of the murders, or 50-60% of the crimes, and we the most this and we the most that. And some of that stuff is true, but a lot of it be you know what I'm saying, just miscalculation, misinformation. And don't nobody ever make these people backtrack on none of that. I ain't never seen nobody be like, oh, well, whatchamacallit sitting and said that because he was, you know what I'm saying, talking about this about black people, but it wasn't completely true, or this, that, and the third. They can put all this stuff on us, from black on black crime to we the most likely to use this drug or do this or do that. And I just get tired of that shit when we finally be like, well, no, white people do this, and then we gotta or this that, because it don't be really white people. It be when we start talking about the Jewish people or the community, you know what I'm saying. Now all of a sudden, man, we looked at it like, oh yeah, we the hatred people, we the bigots. And I feel like, dang, you know, it's a difference between being a bigot and having an opinion on something, or even having an infatuated opinion, because a lot of times these opinions be based in facts.
For shit. So hold on, Uncle Charles. Let's let Page T Clean go real quick.
Hey, my kings, how y'all doing?
We doing okay.
Peace, Queen, peace.
I just wanted to announce my greeting in my presence. What I feel about the Whoopi Goldberg thing, I think that sometimes we all can stick our foot in our mouths. You know what I'm talking about? And also, you know, sometimes I just get tired of, like, celebrities do say things and think that they can get away with it. But that right there, that offended me, and I'm not a Jew at all. You know? And you know who warned us? Monique really warned us about that.
Can you explain why it offended? Hold on. Can you explain to me why it offended you?
Well, it offended me because when she said it wasn't a matter about race, and you know, it was so many of them that died and got slaughtered. I felt as if, like, you know how we would talk about slavery amongst white people and they'll feel sorry. That's like I felt sorry for them. That's what I mean by offending in a way. If you can understand it, I felt a little empathy.
I don't understand it, but we can agree to disagree.
Not for Whoopi Goldberg, but for what she said about them. You see what I'm saying?
No, ma'am, but we can disagree to agree.
I think trying empathy for the people and what they went through, like empathy for that part with the Jewish people.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to.
The Jewish and the black people went through in the Holocaust.
Yeah.
So if her people went through it, I think Whoopi had the right to speak too, man. They leave that part of the story out. Maybe Whoopi need a little more history training. She could have spoke better. You know what I'm saying? Like you just said.
Yeah, Kimbo, is Goldberg a Jewish name though? Is Goldberg a Jewish name? I don't know.
Yes, it was. Someone said it in the chat was a Jewish name.
Her real name is Karen.
What?
Karen Lynn.
It's not Whoopi Goldberg. Damn.
Johnson.
I didn't know that.
Karen Lynn Johnson.
Get the fuck out of here, man. Where this rabbit hole go
That's
deep,
her real
don't we?
name. Whoopi Goldberg came when she started. When she first married some guy named Frank. I can't remember his last name.
Oh, she kept his last. Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, just look up Whoopi Goldberg born.
I didn't know that.
Karen,
Thank you for the information. I didn't know that.
C-A-R-R-E-N.
That's crazy.
That's Karen. Middle name is Lynn. Lynn. That's her real birth name.
Okay.
But I just wanted to know, was Goldberg Jewish? I thought it was.
Well, they were saying in the chat earlier.
You say what, Trey?
I said they were saying in the chat earlier.
Oh, okay. But yeah, her birth name, she wasn't, I go by her birth name. You know what I'm saying? So they were saying that she had a right to say it because of the Goldberg name, but I think anybody got a right to say any damn thing they want to say sometimes. You know what I'm saying? In the midst of privacy of their own home or whatever they do on their own platform. But ain't this land of the free, freedom of speech? Like, we've been getting things said to us for centuries. Nothing's happened.
Facts.
I mean, how deep does this thing really goes? Are they just, picking Whoopi Goldberg out? Just like, we're going to make an example. Is the cancel culture with this? It's just a lot of narratives around this right here. You know what I mean? Because everybody say a lot of things on air, online. All of a sudden, we're going to put the focus on Whoopi. You see what I'm saying? Karen. We're going to put the focus on Karen because you shouldn't have said that. I got a problem with what you said. The co-host got a problem with what you said. NBC got a problem with what you said. So we finna put your ass in the patty house right now. Finna put you in timeout. They finna time out her.
They timed out. For real.
Put her ass in a corner, Kimbo. You hear me?
Yeah.
No, for sure. Uncle Charles, you just hold on, Miss Page, too clean, man. Appreciate you coming up here for Mama. Salute to you, man. We finna get ready to shut down, but I appreciate you. You're gonna have to come back another time.
All right. I was already here when them little boys was messing with your rims that morning. I was with you I was rocking with you that morning.
Already.
Hey, don't act like you don't remember.
I know you is. Salute.
Kimbo, he was like, why they over there by my car?
Nah, for shit,
Well,
so salute.
I love what you're doing, man. I'm gonna always support you.
I love that you love me, goddamn me.
Y'all stay well, man. Stay strong out here, all right?
All right, salute.
Thank you.
Uncle Charles, you there? Uncle Charles. Man, the weather ain't gonna let you come on tonight, Uncle Charles. I can't hear nothing. You ain't on mute or nothing. The weather ain't gonna let Uncle Charles talk. Kimbo.
Yes, sir.
Anything you want to say before we shut down, bro?
Nah, man, y'all got it, man. I'm finished for the night, man. I done talked enough.
Hey, now, man, salute Kimbo and King guys, man. Them boys were going back and forth with some good knowledge today. I was a student today on the show, man. I learned some things tonight, man. So salute to my brothers, man. It was one of them teacher shows, man. We got to have these every blue moon and throw these up out here. Uncle Charles, are you working?
Hey, yo, bro. It's bad weather here tonight. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
Yeah, man, I'm sorry to my gang family, man. Sorry to y'all, man. Just bad weather in Alabama tonight. If y'all can hear me, I'm just gonna say a few things and go ahead and come. I know you finna close it out. Let me just say this, man. See, Whoopi Goldberg got done like a lot of them don't got done. See, she can sit on that show and talk about slavery all day. Won't nobody say nothing. See, you got to understand something. She had a husband that put on blackface, Ted Danson. And when the real deal started, he hung up and got that black stuff off his face. That's when the real deal started. See, she ain't no different than the Dwight Howard. See, the Dwight Howard was Superman in the All-Star game, dunking basketballs and all that. And then
Then after he dunked that basketball, then they cut him off there.
They cut him out there. They cut him out there, man. You gonna have to come back, man. He tried, man. But salute to Kimbo and King Guy. Let me go on the subject.
Always, guys. Appreciate y'all.
All right, appreciate y'all, man. Salute, man. Uncle Charles.
You got it, Charles?
Yo, hey, man, I'm sorry. I apologize, y'all. I'm just going to give a comment tomorrow night because it's just bad weather down here, bro.
Yeah, do that for me, Uncle Charles.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all be blessed, bro.
Already, Uncle Charles. Man, salute to everybody who came out here, man, tonight to support the panel, man, and the situation. I took a break and kind of want to talk about the real shit in the world, man, going on because I feel like Whoopi Goldberg, just from my opinion, it was just a time where I feel like she should have been entitled to her opinion. I don't feel like she actually disrespected. That's no disrespect to Jewish culture or any Jewish people or any other culture. I'm just talking about the black opinion, man. Sometimes you got to understand how we think and what we see and what we being treated and what we go through, man. But I learned some things tonight, so salute to King, guys. Salute to Kimbo Greedy, man. Salute to Pooh Black. He didn't make it in tonight. I'm pretty sure his service is terrible where he at with this weather. So salute to Pooh Black, man. Salute to the super chats tonight, man. I appreciate the super chats I got earlier. So I see y'all showing love. Salute to the cash out, man. Salute to the goddamn and the motherfucking me mods in the goddamn me member gang, the green signs, the gang, man. Salute to anybody who had just subscribed to the channel today. Salute, appreciate y'all, man. Y'all know how we like to end this show, man. Think and cultivate the mind, opening up new roads to highways across the world. Without thought, you can't accomplish anything or become anyone in life. Keep a clear mind, keep your eyes open, pay attention to everything, everyone, including us. Never make an excuse. You want to know why? Excuses are tools used by incompetent, and I do mean incompetent, individuals to build monuments or nothing. Therefore, you are nothing. Dirtbag nothing. Poo cheese nothing. Most important one of them all. Know the limitations to your body and the unintentional grasp of people and things. For as you start dreaming out the one day, and yes, Triggamantellemtv do mean one day. Your mind will come a self-cynical thought of many negative things and many negative fucking thoughts. For shit show. Salute to everybody. Hit that like button if you ain't hit that like button. To y'all looking ass niggas in the bushes, man. If you're a cartoon character in the beginning, you need to be a cartoon character in the end. Because how you start is how you gonna finish, man. Replacing me is easy, but finding another vibe like mine is impossible. You'll never meet another nigga like me, I promise. They say they gonna kill me with hurry up, cause my son and my nephew gonna murder some. Gang, keep on pushing. You will hurry up, cause my son and my nephew gonna murder something. Gang.
Say, man, I don't give a fuck about the feds, DEA, ATF, task force.
And y'all, Duke ain't working nothing over here, man. I asked Duke to come up here because I needed to get an understanding of him, man. So whatever he talking about, he free to talk about it over here, man. Let y'all get this stuff out here, because I don't want to have to start blocking people on the stage.
You follow Pooh Black. You follow Pooh Black. You follow Pooh Black.
No, this shit show, man. The truth be told, allegedly, y'all make sure y'all subscribe to him, man. Man, thinking cultivates the mind, opening new roads to highways across the world. So without thought, man, you can't do nothing, man. You entitled to your own opinion over here, man. You can agree to disagree and disagree to disagree.
You follow Pooh Black.
Out for shit show. AKA all the way, mate. Y'all know what I call it. Y'all know what she is. AKA all the way, mate. Hey, man, who is all the way, mate?
Show. Grab some popcorn. You know what I'm saying?
No, for shit show, man.
You know what I'm saying? You get what I'm saying? I'm just saying, though, man.
Enjoy life.
Fucking man.
Look.